And I'd like to start tonight's stream a little bit differently than we normally start things. Assuming that we're actually streaming. Because I could just get the boop-a-boop thing, like I plug something in. That always makes me nervous. Okay, anyway, I think it's working. I'd like to start the stream a little bit differently than I normally do and say, there's probably only 1 or 2 more episodes of this campaign left. And I'd like to know y'all's feelings on this campaign and any, what have been your most memorable moments so far?
I'm half Wookiee.
Okay, I'll start with Craven.
I'm half Wookiee.
That was your most memorable moment?
Yeah, it turns out I'm not even a full Trandoshan. So weird. Never saw that coming.
Nope, not at all. You didn't send me a character sheet, and I'd be like, how come your art's for Wookiee and your character sheet says Trandoshan?
That is not a Wookiee. That's actually a Dragonborn. Still isn't very Dragonborn-y looking, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What about you, Ghost?
I've really liked this season and this story arc. Like the big game hunter stuff has been pretty cool. I liked the crazy animals that we fought, and I liked getting the ATT. I thought that was really cool.
Cool beans. May get to do that again one more time, depending on how tonight's session goes. What about you, Thodubs? What'd you enjoy about this season?
For some reason, it just kind of comes back to the whole concept of shooting half of Bob's mustache off. I don't know, just that just kind of I don't know why that stuck in my head, but everything else was great, but that mustache thing was just that was precious.
I'm shocked that Thodub's most memorable moment was shooting yet another player character.
He didn't
non-apologetically.
He didn't actually hit your character.
No, I did not. No.
I mean, technically, by the roll, he did. The GM was just like, can't do that because that would vaporize him, and he didn't despair. The other asshole did.
That is technically exactly what happened, yes.
But memorable nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure tonight will be no less memorable.
I'm sure that probably will
hope
be.
You get mind controlled so bad.
Oh.
Rack, what was your most memorable moment?
It's all been a blur with the whole new kid thing. Some of the early stuff that I thought would be fun with Dane of some sort of negotiating in the charm / negotiate was kind of fun, but that lost its luster early on.
So what you're saying is you didn't enjoy it.
True.
All right.
It was something different. I was happy we did something different. Yeah, but I appreciated the concept of going out and hunting things that would most likely kill us.
Well, if it's any consolation, my favorite moment so far in this campaign was when I revealed Dane to be the real big bad and watching the party lose their crap. Like, there was genuine players who were actually, I think, a little angry at a fictional character.
I would like to point out that I hated him and wanted to eat him from the start.
Mm-hmm. So making him the big bad, and having him have manipulated the entire party to have gone here, that was an amazing thing. And should we continue with Edge of the Empire, which I don't think that we will, but should we continue with Edge of the Empire in another campaign, Dane will probably end up being with Igor as a reoccurring character. Because unless certain things happen, he's probably going to live through the next 2 sessions. I really did enjoy, though, introducing him to you guys, like having Rack play him as a certain type of character, and then like peeling the onion layers back as you guys got more and more hints as to what was really going on. And when Bob took center stage, it was super easy for me to bring all that in. So I really, really enjoyed that. Just for the record, though, if you hadn't chosen to play another character, Rack, the Kizik's Shevin partner that has set up your base and everything was going to end up having done all of the things Dane did. That's what he was going to do.
Kenny G?
Yeah, actually, I do think that's what we ended up naming. I think he preempted, and then, because I was going to bring Kenny G in, and he knew it, so he had to do that. But anyway, he was going to end up having done all that. But Dane was a much better fit for the whole thing.
Terrible.
So let's do a quick recap of last episode and get ourselves back on track. I wanted to make sure we got that little conversation out of the way in case I forgot it at the beginning of next session. Also, Kizik won't be with us tonight, so Kizik has 2 hit points by my maths. I didn't finish watching the entirety of the ending of the last episode, so if I'm wrong about anybody's hit points, you have notes that contradict me, we'll go with the better case scenario for you. But Hooks was down to 2 hit points, but since he's going to be unconscious, I'm going to give those 2 hit points to whoever ends up being the lowest. Just in case this turns into a boss fight. Gar, where were your notes saying you were at?
I think I'm at 4. Unless you have something different. I usually keep track of it right here, and it says 4.
That's what I was going by. You have 4 taken or 4 left, though?
4 taken.
Okay, so you're probably pretty decent on hit points, because I think your wounds are 15, so you're pretty good. Frankie, I had you marked down as being at 4 hit points left.
That's correct.
Okay, you may be the winner. Because I think Thodubs is at 8 left. And
Correct.
And NPCs aren't real people. So
Correct.
I think that I'm going to give these to Crikey. So you are now at 6. You guys had spent the night here last night in the enemy's lair after having destroyed his droids, trying to recover from your wounds. And in the night, Hooks is going to have, he went to sleep. He's not dead, but he's in sort of a coma. He's basically succumbed to his wounds. And it's now the next morning, and you all are, getting up and getting ready to leave, I imagine, unless you're trying to set a trap for when he comes back. You don't know that this guy is waiting patiently outside of the room.
See, that makes me want to set a trap to wait for him to come back.
That metagame knowledge was way too much.
I can't handle that.
Uh,
Hey, well, I'm going to make a hooker's backpack.
Yeah, I feel like shit.
You look like shit, but that's pretty standard.
I mean, thanks, buddy.
Fist bump.
I bumped my fist with you, but it's with the robot hand, cyborg hand.
Yeah.
Leaston, maybe we should come back later, after we lick our wounds a little bit.
Or never?
I mean, you remember why we're here, right? Did you bump your noggin?
I do, and I completely regret all of it. We should leave. This is a bad plan. Just 4 of those droids nearly whipped the floor with us.
yeah, I
guess
kind
he's
of
got more.
want to go home.
All right. Well, let's get out of here then.
All right. Let's. I gotta make a hooker's backpack. He's not waking up. I don't think he's dead, but he ain't doing great.
I really don't have any medical supplies to help him either.
Nope. Nope. I don't. If you have any help yourself, you should do that, because my guess is this guy is going to show back up, and we're not in good shape.
Now, we've already stem packed up, right?
So the way that the game system works, it is stim packs per session. So you
Gotcha.
actually reset to being able to take your stim packs again.
Okay. Should we stem pack around then, or?
Do you have stim packs?
I do.
How many do you have?
Gosh, I've used 1.
That's
so,
not, no, that's not how it works. So that,
Okay. Help me out.
So when you're on the green counter, that's how many you've taken per session. You can take a max of 5. So you're at 0 on there. But however, whenever you use the stim pack, you do know you discard that card when you use it. Like, you don't
Right.
just hang on to it. So the one that, like, if you had one in your inventory in your character sheet, for example, it's gone.
Gotcha. So it is gone then. My bad. But I do have this thing called a med patch.
Gar
Craven.
just leans over and jams a Stimpak into Crikey.
Oh, oh. Thanks. You could have warned me.
At least it wasn't one of Dr. Payne's specials.
I don't know who that is.
You'd be happy you don't. Oh, that guy was a nightmare.
Well, let's see. I actually have some stim packs. I appreciate you helping me out there. That's good, mate.
That was my last one.
Damn, he gave you his last smoke.
Right? We never really
To be
looked
fair,
around
I
in
probably
here.
wouldn't give him.
You did absolutely look around in there, and you found very specific bits of loot.
Right.
To be
Okay.
clear, like all but one of you should now have a fancy new lightsaber.
I do.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
I got
sweet.
one.
The only one that doesn't is Bob, we need Bob to magically show up. That's something I'll take care of in a second.
I just want to see him stumble and like, hey, there's this guy outside. He asked if you guys were coming out.
I want to hear, because I asked Rack to come up with this, and I'm not positive that he did. And I'll be entertained if he did. How Rack got from the city you guys were in, because remember, he didn't go on this whole road trip. How he got to this layer underground of this Sith Lord.
I could pause it away.
Okay, well, let's let Rack go first, then I'll hear
Yeah.
yours. We're gonna retcon
I get
this.
to make
I wanna
something
hear
up.
ideas. Yeah, let's take cracks at this. I want to hear some
Still
stories.
much better.
All right, so the start was the start of why I wasn't there. I shaved the half of my mustache that was not seared off, and I cut my lip. And to soothe myself, I took a little bit of a painkiller, and that turned south quickly. I went to a few concerts. I believe it was a Toydarian named Remy who was playing in the area. I went through a few of those concerts. Took some drugs. Woke up one day, saw some kids, and snapped out of my slight bender. And talked to Kenny G. He told me where you guys were, and then I was basically a hitchhiker. And getting to this underground layer is the much more difficult part.
I mean, the hitchhiking is a difficult part because there's no like roads out here. But I have an idea for that. But let's hear what. I'm really curious what Craven's come up with.
Yeah, so he used to be an undercover cop, right?
Do you think that's
Not even
part of your
undercover.
backstory?
They're great at disguises. So he just happens to be the Thunder over there. It's been him the whole time. Or he hid in somebody's backpack.
So I have we're gonna go with what Rack has said up to the point where he's hitchhiking. He's trying to hitchhike out to here. This very small starship sees him hit backpacking and hitchhiking across the desert, and it lands. And this single Jawa with these weird glowing red eyes gets out and says, "I'll give you a ride." And Bob's all all right, he gets in, and he gives you all kinds of cool stories and stuff. You don't really understand Jawa, but he's talking a lot. He's got little weird eyes, and he packs you a packed lunch and then gives you directions and tells you exactly where to go. He puts 5 stim packs in your packed lunch for some reason, and then he tells you where to go, and you just start following this trail of destruction until you walk up on this entrance. And at this entrance, there's just a guy standing here with a half-busted droid. He doesn't say anything. And you walk up to this thing. There you are. That's how you got here. Don't forget you got a lunchbox.
All right, so I have 5 more stim packs.
You've walked into a cavern following this trail. There's a buried starship, a buried ancient starship. It's wrecked, obviously, and this entrance to it is the only opening. You can see light pouring out of it. There's a man dressed all in black. Looks similar to this token, but not identical. His armor is much more worn and survival-oriented. It's got little pouches sewn into it and shit. And he's got a rifle slung across his back. Also, his lightsaber isn't ignited. You've seen one before, so you may recognize one of the things hanging from his belt as a lightsaber. But it's not ignited. And he's just standing there.
Am I somewhat hidden? Or I realize this map isn't quite built out here. Is there any place for me to hide and try to observe this guy? Attempt to be stealthy.
It isn't built out because the last map was actually the cave leading up to this. But you could attempt to be stealthy. I don't know if you have an amazing stealth score or not.
It's probably not great.
It's not great.
He's an undercover cop. He's probably amazing at stealth.
I was just a cop, not undercover.
You really should embrace it. You really should embrace it.
He's got a resilience score, which actually would have helped a lot with all the poisons and shit we were doing last time. And a survival score and a xenology. He's got all sorts of skills that would have helped you last session.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll a. I mean, we're talking about a guy with force sense, so I don't know how to give you a difficulty for this. Range.
Speaking of the force sense, though, do I detect the evil guy outside?
Do you want to meditate on it? Because remember, you guys are still new enough that if you want to use your powers, you can, but you have to like actively call it. You're not going to get any passive stuff at your current level.
Gotcha.
But you can. Like, you guys were just sleeping. I mean, you can maybe you try to meditate and heal yourself.
Yeah, get down on that.
Yeah, so this is going to be a 1 red and 3 purple stealth check.
Ooh. Could have been worse.
It absolutely could have been. You're pretty sure he knows you're here, and you know, he's not making any move towards you. So maybe you can just walk by.
Yeah, I will start to walk by and try to keep an eye out.
Do you try to sneak by though?
No, I just
Tiptoe?
I attempt to walk somewhat casually, but the fact that I know that I'm not being very stealthy, I just.
I mean, the droid with him is just staring right at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you whistle?
No.
It's fly casual.
I just start walking. I don't. Yeah. I walk moderately casually. And do I at least know that they're back in this room here, or do I know that they're?
You were given directions to this thing, and this is the only thing here. So, I mean, where are you going to go if you don't go in there? Is kind of my question.
True.
So as you walk into the first area, there's a sort of, it was a cargo bay. It's been turned into a sort of library / lounge area. It's not like super fancy or anything. It used to be a cargo bay, but obviously this is sort of an antechamber. And then there's a door to the right that's been opened. And as you come there, you can see your buddies just inside the door in a makeshift camp in a room that looks a little bit like it's some sort of hovel.
Yeah, I continue to walk casually towards them.
I feel a disturbance in the force. We turn and look. And it's Bob.
We're like, what's that smell?
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, it's Bob. What are you doing?
Yeah, I heard you guys were out here. I went on a slight drug trip, and then realized that the path to enlightenment and the path to getting back in the good graces of my wife and kids was not being a roadie.
So you did a bunch of drugs, got hooked, and kicked it already?
I
I look
wouldn't,
at
I wouldn't say it was
character. And I'm just like,
it was more moderate than a
yeah,
bunch
just
of
look at
drugs.
that character. Like, it's really easy to kick drugs, man.
Just did your experimental stuff.
You remember you have a packed lunch.
Oh yeah, I hear you guys were pretty banged up.
Open up your packed lunch, you hand out your stim packs, and at the bottom of the thing, along with sandwiches, there's a circular. It looks like a comm link, but it's got a red button where the speaker should be, and it's got written in BASIC, "Push me."
A strange Jawa handed me this thing. It says "push me."
I wouldn't do that. It might be a bomb.
Yeah.
I push it.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued about pushing this button. You know, anything that's
I just
labeled.
reach over and push
you know.
it.
Yeah, I know. For real, it's kind of
It starts
Come on,
blinking
yeah.
red.
to make
Oh,
any sounds.
See? I told you. It's a bomb.
It didn't blow up. It isn't beeping, but it is blinking red.
Was it blinking before he pushed it, or just after he pushed it, it started blinking?
After he pushed it, it started blinking.
Gotcha.
Am I smart enough to see if this is, or figure out if this is a comm link or just a red blinky button?
If you're going to take it apart, you could. But it looks like the kind of thing that if you take it apart, it's going to cease to function.
All right. I will not take it apart then.
So the Jawa didn't tell you what that thing was for? He just kind of gave it to you?
He packed me a lunch and he handed me all the stim packs. I was happy enough to get all the stim packs and to get the lunch to go. Again, I made a pretty dumb trek to try to join up with you guys, and I was just walking through the desert, so I made some dumb decisions along the way. I accepted whatever ride I could, and it was a lot of trust involved in that.
Drugs, man.
Sounds like a journey.
It occurs to Crikey, who's been the most driving, navigating member of the party, that if he was walking through the desert, he was walking in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either.
Oh yeah, no, it's drugs. It's
He's
drugs,
like-
crikey.
I think I heard
It's just
an-
drugs.
I think I heard a song about this a while back. Like been through a desert with a horse.
Horse
Yeah.
with no name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the blinking light getting any faster?
Not that you notice.
Right. Bob, what happened to you? I mean, like, really? You
Uh,
okay?
Yeah. I'm feeling better now. I'm starting to come to my senses. There's definitely some times that are a little bit blacked out, but I'm feeling alert and ready to help as much as I can.
Crikey. Crikey, it's called drugs.
I'm aware. I know what they're called.
I'm glad you're worried about me. As I look around and see all the droids destroyed in here, I'm like, what the hell happened in here?
Yeah, we got our asses handed to us.
Technically, we handed them their asses. We just also got our asses handed to us. They got more asses handed to them.
I'm gonna take another stim pack. Let me get four
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, Sears, hit us with stim packs all around or something.
Yeah. All right. So I handed out 3 stim packs.
Dubs just said, he's taking drugs, he's doing it.
Hey, man.
Speaking of drugs, you got needles with you.
Okay, so who's getting the stims? The 3 of us then?
Yeah, I'd like one.
I'll take one.
That bumps
Alright.
me to 15.
Yep, same. I'll take a stim pack.
All right. I just wrote down that I had 5, so now I'm down to 2 stim packs plus the 3 I have here.
Hey, Bob. You ever used a lightsaber before?
No.
You ever seen one before?
I've heard stories about him. I may
Three
have
of us
noticed.
just go.
Jesus, dude. He's trying to get you to say, yeah, the guy outside has one.
Yeah, I know. I was just
But
thinking
here-
how to lead that up.
Yeah, I think I've heard stories, and I think I may have seen the base of one on the guy that's outside. I was kind of
What?
surprised. He just let me walk past him, though.
What do you mean?
There's a guy outside.
Yeah, hold on. What?
Way to bury the lead. What do you mean? There's a guy outside?
Yeah, he looked pretty intimidating. He had a rifle and what I haven't seen too many of them, but it looked like it could have been a lightsaber hilt just on his person. And
Well,
then there was
did
a
you-
droid.
Did you sneak by him, or did he see you, or how the heck did you just get in here then? And
I was trying to sneak by. I'm pretty sure I didn't sneak, so I just walked because I figured he'd whoop my ass if I tried to take him on one-on-one. And somehow he didn't follow me.
so he just let you walk into this place that's like kind of a dead end.
Yeah, it
Is
seemed
he
a little.
welcome to loan?
He just had a tiny droid that was a little bit beaten up.
It's the same kind of droid that there's parts of scattered all over here, and it's not that tiny.
No, never mind. He had a big ass droid with him.
Do you tell us? Do you tell us it's the ones that scattered around here?
Oh yeah, no, it looks a lot like the ones around here.
Right,
Yeah,
it's probably the.
Hey, it looks like the ones we were just saying whipped our asses.
Yeah,
For real.
so it's a good thing I didn't try to open up fight against that one guy and this droid that they.
I'm just glad you remembered to tell us all about it. It would really suck if we just went out there and we had no idea there was someone out there with a droid that only. I mean, yeah. I'm just glad you remembered to tell us.
I know that's an important thing. Thanks.
Hey,
Good job, man.
I try to be helpful when I can. My memory's not the greatest.
Can I start looking around for another way
30
out of here?
seconds ago, just walked in the door. How much drugs are you on?
Are you still high?
Don't put it past me, man.
Oh, man.
he's still on the purple dragon.
My memory's not great. It was 30 seconds ago.
Oh, shit.
Ugh.
Jeez. Give
I
me a hard
just-
time.
I just love that you guys got this, like, you're casually, you've robbed this guy's place. You slept in his home after destroying his shit. Bob walks in past the guy who's basically out there with his arms crossed, tapping his foot, like, waiting for you guys. And he's like, I'm not going to mention that. That's fine. Like,
Craigie, let's
Oh,
clean up.
Yes, let's. Oh, did you feed them already? Dinner.
Craigie, let's clean the place up. We shouldn't leave it a mess if the guy's standing out there.
yeah. We can like pick up these droids, put them back together, and just kind of put them back in their little cabinets or something, and kind of spit shine them or something.
What the fuck is wrong with you? No, it's way past that, mate. We're here to do a fucking job. Like, we need to get this done. So, we can either go out there and face dude with lightsaber and rifle and robot, or we can try to find our way, a different way out of here. And I start looking over here. Is this an explosive, like... Can I use
One
that to
thing
blow
is
a hole?
along
That-
that line.
that is a
Yeah.
fuel tank of highly flammable liquid. You can't read the actual label on it from this distance, but if you want to go over and look at it, it fuels all of the fueled bits on the mechanics workbench, so like the torches and stuff.
That's a big tank.
It is a big
Wish
tank.
we had somebody who knew something about explosives.
I can set a few charges. I can blow the devil out of a few things.
Right. Can you
But-
get us out of here, like, the back way?
Like blowing a hole through this back wall.
Yeah. Or we got like are there any vents in here we can crawl up through or something like that, or any other way out of here besides that front door with that ominous guy out there with his friggin' robot?
To set part of the scene, this is a ship that has buried itself into the ground and then was buried itself. Outside of the walls that you walked in, with the exception of this entrance over here, you guys did see that there was stone on most parts of this. I'm not saying that your plan is impossible. However, anyone who's ever been underground knows that blowing a hole in a wall is as likely to result in a cave-in as it is in making a tunnel. Probably more likely to make a cave-in than a tunnel.
Now we might have more
Hey, we should blow
success
up
with
the
the
front
cave-in
door.
than with that guy out there with this lightsaber.
We should blow up the front door.
Ooh, seal us
Do we-
in.
And then we
It-
storm. Then we no. No, we
Terrible
blow the
idea.
door up and then we storm out there to kill him. Why would we seal ourselves in? How would that make any sense?
Listen, how about we just go out there and talk to the guy?
You first.
I go out there.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
that's all
All right.
cranky.
Well, I don't
So
know.
Crikey just rolls by.
I'll give him some support, moral support. That is.
So as you walk out here, there's the gentleman I just described. He's got a full mask on like that, so he's a little ominous. And he's literally standing with his arms crossed, and he's been tapping his foot. And Crikey, do you say something initially, or do you wait for your buddies to catch up with you?
Of course, I'm going to say good day, mate.
He's gonna look at you, and in a it's not a naturally deep voice. It's the kind of voice you get when you haven't spoken for a really long time. And it sounds a little broken and like his throat's dry and hoarse. And he's going to say, "Good evening, gentlemen."
Hey, how you doing? We found this abandoned wreck down here. We're trying to figure out what's going on with the big ass Jupiter worm down there at the city. You know anything about that?
I believe you know that I do, and I believe that you are glossing over a few pertinent details. I also believe that you know that this is my home and that you have things that belong to me.
Right, so, like, are you going to just admit that you're messing with the Jupiter worm out there, then?
Are you going to try to stop me? Do you
think it's
have
a pretty-
any idea what you've walked into?
I mean, maybe you could, like, educate me, mate. Like,
I'd love
obviously.
to. And he ignites his lightsaber.
Right, just to be clear, you know the Jupiter worm doesn't like. I ignite my lightsaber. Doesn't like what you're doing to it, right?
I'll make you gentlemen a deal. If you
Yep.
beat me, you may keep the things you stole from me. If I beat you and you live, you will help me
Help you what?
defeat the Night Sisters. And then he
Cranky.
he puts
the
his
Night
he puts his
Sisters bad?
sabers into like an on guard position. There's room for you to get past. You could make a run for it, just to be clear.
Hey, Cranky, aren't the Night Sisters bad? Like they have night in the name. That seems bad.
I'm really,
What are the
really
Night
new at
Sisters?
this.
Yeah, sounds like it.
What are the Night Sisters?
So, like, hold up, mate. Everybody's...
I'm holding my hand up in real life. I just want you to know, Chris. I'm holding my hand up in real life.
Like call on me
Class
in
is
the
in fucking
classroom.
session. Class is in fucking session.
I don't think you're going to get, like, a full, like, wiki article out of him right now. We're in the middle of this conversation
Man,
here.
hold up. The fighting hasn't started. I want to know who. I mean, like, we might want to take out the Night Sisters. This might not be necessary.
All right, this guy, obviously evil. You think Night Sisters may be evil. Just because, like, those two are enemies
Okay,
doesn't mean
why is he
that one's
obviously
good. Look at
Why
his
is he obviously evil?
lightsaber, mate.
But really, we're gonna judge people on looks? If you looked at me,
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
say we have lightsabers and we're not evil.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and
and look
spark
at
your
Bob.
lightsaber.
look at Bob. half his face is gone. Is he evil too?
man.
I'm not, like, judging anybody by their looks, mate. Like, I can sense
He
this
just
guy.
said evil people.
I can sense that he's evil.
I'm not getting anything off of him.
Yeah, maybe better the devil you know. I don't know than these Night Sisters. You know, we don't know them.
All I'm saying is it can't hurt to talk. Right? You're the one always telling me why do I always fly off the handle and rush in?
So about
We
this
can't-
time,
Came
Thunder
here for a reason.
and Gur, who have made like a stretcher for Hooks that they were planning on putting onto Gar's back, drag him out there, not realizing what they've walked themselves into until they see all the lit lightsabers like, oh shit. And Thunder pulls out that blood blade, and this is the first reaction you've seen from this guy beyond the speaking, where his head just snaps onto the blood blade Thunder's holding. And he's like, apparently you've already made some alliances. And then he starts walking towards you.
No, we
Hold on,
can
Mike.
kill him. Yeah, I got no problem killing him. That guy, he's not our friend.
Put that away. What are you doing?
I'm gonna step out in front of him. I'm gonna be like, these are my friends, though, mate. You can't just be like swinging that red lightsaber at him. I pull mine out and ignite it. I think that's
Which one?
Every
You just got a new one?
I already lit mine.
oh, my old one, the ancient one.
Okay. So wasn't your ancient one damaged in the last session?
Oh, let me double check.
I thought that it was damaged.
Oh, it is broken. Yep.
Yes. Okay. You could still try to pull it out, but it's not going to do you any good.
Yeah, nah. We'll use the new one then.
Okay. I think you picked up a Shoto?
Yeah, it's the Shoto right here.
Yeah. Guard. So you've got a nightstick lightsaber. It's awesome. So you pull yours out. It's not a grip you're used to, so it'll take a little getting used to. But you ignite it, and he stops and looks you in the eye, and he says, the Jedi Master that originally built that blade, it took me 4 hours to kill him.
You must be really bad at killing things.
He laughs.
Wait, question.
And now you need to
Crikey,
roll
refresh
initiatives.
memory. The Jedi were the good guys, right?
Yeah, mate.
I need initiatives because now shit's really going down.
Oh,
I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
yeah. Did I pick up any extra grenades before going on this weird quest?
If you'd like to give me a fate token, not a destiny token. See, I've been playing the other game too much. Let's see. Because it isn't here, so I get 2 of those. Yeah, if you want to give me a destiny token, then yeah, you can have some grenades.
Bet you
Cool,
right now,
right?
Bob is second guessing the idea of even coming down here to begin with.
Nah, I needed to not be on that bender. Whilst it was safe, I was never going to get anywhere following Remy.
Are we cool or vigilance?
You are definitely vigilance.
You all get a +2 boosts.
There you go.
No. And yes, I would like to utilize a destiny token to get some grenades.
Okay, roll a d6, and that's how many grenades you get. There should be one on the table somewhere.
I'm gonna 2-4.
Here, I'll just grab one. Let's see. Objects, components, piece, plastic. I want a d6. There we go. There's a d6 right in front of your tray.
2-3.
Oh god, Kizik isn't here. Who's gonna do my turn order?
I gotta go too.
I don't care, I got 6 grenades.
It's awesome. They are C22 frag grenades if you need stats for them.
Alright, and vigilance with 2 boosts. That's a 2-2 for me.
All right, 2
2,
2
2,
2 is a
3,
2-4 and a 2-3, right?
Yep.
All right. The droid gets a 0-1. And the big bad gets a 4-0. So first big bad, then all the good guys, and then last big bad. Actually, he's not really a big bad, but he might end up killing someone just because that's how it works out. All right. So, as his initial move, is Crikey a size 1 or a size 2 being? Do you know? Sorry, a size 2 or a size 3 being? He's just
Um,
regular size too. He doesn't get any special attacks or defenses based on his size, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so he's a size 2.
Yeah, the only race that gets that is the Duro something or other.
That's good.
Duoten.
That's kind of bad, but it's also, could be worse. All right, so if I roll this, I need to roll his force dice as well, but I just put that pack away, so I'm just going to roll this one in front of Crikey. Oh, he gets 2 dark sides. That's not good. Okay. And I need to roll this. I need 1 more green dice. So Crikey, he picks you up using the force. And he throws you backwards into Gur and Hooks. And you topple over and you don't take any damage from this, but you topple over and you're thrown backwards. He then puts his lightsaber in an on-guard position. Whoever takes the next attack towards him will need to pause so that I can iterate something he's just done that I haven't told you yet. But it is now the player's turns. Any player can go.
Well, I'd like to get up and charge back over there. Okay. Sorry, Hooks.
Maneuver to get up and another maneuver to charge.
I'm gonna have to take a strain too.
You're gonna have to if you want to get up and strain over to you. Like if you want to charge all the way up to him, you're gonna have to take 2 maneuvers.
Yep. I'm also in defense mode.
Okay, so
I'm
you're not
here to protect my friends.
So you're not actually attacking?
No, I'm just getting up close to him. Engage range, but not attacking.
Okay, well, if you step within engage range, that's when the magic happens. So, stand by.
Well, yeah, within lightsaber range.
Oh, no, it says can interrupt an attack. So you have to attack him to do that. All right, so he holds his lightsaber. If your lightsabers aren't touching, but they're in touching range. And is that your whole turn?
Yeah, I'm just getting back into defense.
Okay. Who's next? You can hear him chuckling. You're so close now. Like he seems to be enjoying, like he's been waiting for this fight probably all night.
Yeah, just out there tapping his toes.
I'm just gonna help Hooks to his feet, and I'm gonna stand here and just kind of be on guard, I'm just kind of watching what's going on.
Yeah, so when you help Hooks to his feet, he then falls back into the bed he's in.
Also, if you a little bit of tabletop advice that transcends any game system. If you hypothetically don't know what to do during a turn, maybe wait to see if an opportunity comes up on other people's turn orders, because what you just did may not necessarily help the party, but there may be an opportunity for you to do so 1 or 2 more player turns down this round. See what I'm saying?
Copy.
So don't be like, I'm just assuming that you just did that because you felt like, oh, I need to take a turn.
Absolutely.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
I definitely want to see what these other guys are doing first before I kind of get involved.
Yeah.
But
and
that would mean don't take a turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
okay.
Until you hit
basically took a turn order.
Yeah, exactly. And that will carry over to other systems like Traveler.
Gotcha.
Evaluate your situation. Don't think I have to move. That's not like, there will come a point where I'll say, hey, you haven't had a turn yet and you do have to move, at which point you do whatever. But definitely wait until that point if you don't have a good idea of what to do. It's also obvious to everyone around you when you didn't have an idea. Just saying. So we're going to retcon. You don't have to have made that turn.
Okay. Mulligan.
Mm-hmm. But someone does have to go, other than Crikey.
I look at Bob. and I motion for him or I kind of give him the nod to go this way.
Okay.
And then I go this way.
Okay. Look at tactics. So are we attacking or are we just maneuvering?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
So
Okay.
lightsaber,
So
uses brawn.
So he gets a reaction as soon as you attack.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and roll your attack. Now, he is going to be 2 reds for you to attack, plus 2 blacks by defense, by default. Unless he puts certain powers into certain things, but he's not going to do that yet. So that's going to be your initial check. If you fail this, however, he gets a free attack against you. All right.
Did not fail.
What's your damage?
No idea. It's gonna be a minute.
Okay.
Right, so lightsabers are just like energy weapons, right? Like, do we add our strength to the damage, or we don't? No, we do.
So it depends on whether or not you use strength as your lightsaber skill, because you don't have to.
I
But
do.
If you are,
You have to use strength unless you have that one form.
So there's a form for each different type. So you can take those forms, and there's one for each type. So if you wanted to use intelligence as your lightsaber skill, there's a form for that.
Yeah, I know.
So, but yes,
I only know the agility one, the one that belongs to the Sam Jackson's character, Mace Windu.
Cool. But yes,
The
you can
rage.
you can use. I actually don't think you add strength to it because it wouldn't matter. But we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway because you might need it.
I'm good with not adding it because M&T doesn't add it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely not going to. I haven't been when I've been using him in the past. So.
Then it's up to you. I don't know. I'm gonna hit him for 6 for each. Yes, 6, 7 for each one.
Okay. So you're gonna see a significant slash go into his left shoulder. We're not gonna add brawn to it.
I have linked.
Oh, because you have a double bladed.
Yeah.
Did you get 2 advantage? Can you trigger it? You
I
got 3
advantage.
Yeah, go ahead. You can link that. So it's double your weapon damage.
Oh, or I could crit.
Or you could crit.
Damn it.
Crit.
It's a hard choice.
Fuck. I also have Sunder. So many good choices. We'll crit. We'll do crit.
Okay, go ahead and roll your 2 favorite dice. Do you have vicious?
Come on.
He needs you guys to roll real good right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Real good.
Don't let us down on this crit. Come on, dice. Oh,
that's pretty
that's good.
That's pretty good. 91.
Does he have durable? He does not have durable.
I could use his vicious if he's got it. Let me see if I have vicious, actually.
He has vicious,
Of course he does.
but he doesn't have durable. Durable, every rank of durable reduces critical hits by 10.
I know. Oh, but that wasn't for me. There's other people here. Don't think I have vicious. No.
Okay. All right, so it was a 91.
91.
And a 91 is... crippled. One of the target's limbs selected by the... Nope, that's 96 through 100. Oh, 91 must already be out there. Someone must
Probably
have...
on Kizik's.
Yeah,
It's right
yeah.
on Kizik's table.
Yeah.
Someone...
It's a
Oh, I have it.
it's a brink.
Oh, there you go. Target suffers 1 strain each time he performs an action. That's a really good one. Because he's going to perform some actions. He has a pretty significant strain threshold, though. But I will keep track of it. All right, so you slash into the shoulder, and that obviously hurts him. And he seems surprised. that any of you have managed to hit him. Okay.
I'm surprised too. I'd like to tell him.
Okay. Bob, are you taking an attack?
How far back was Crikey from this
They're
big bad?
all in engage range, so if you start chucking grenades, you will hit everybody.
Yeah. All right. I will not start chucking grenades just yet.
Or, there is a droid.
Yeah.
And you know the droids are dangerous because we told you they were.
That's a true
Yeah.
story.
Yes.
Our exact words were those droids kicked our asses.
Yes, I remember hearing that.
Actually, now that
So-
Gar's here, roll me a perception check for Gar. He's in a line of sight of the droid, and he would be the only one who might notice something. It's going to be a 2 purple.
All right.
It's an important piece of information.
I'm good at perception.
Excellent. Okay, you know what? You
I'm
rolled
very perceiving.
You rolled so much. You rolled so well that you know for a fact that the rifle in this droid's hand is not what they were carrying before. This is a DXR-6 disruptor rifle. It melts
Oh.
people into goo.
Oh. Bob, that droid's got a, you need to take the droid out now. Don't get shot by it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Like all the grenades, Bob?
All right. Yep. So, sadly, I don't have an ion grenade on me. But anyhow, I'll take a one of my many frag grenades and chuck it at the droid.
Okay. 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black.
And am I able to aim this throw?
So you walked out there, so that was your maneuver. But if you want to
Yes.
take 2 strain to take an additional maneuver, you can.
Yep, I will do such a thing. We'll see if these dice are with me. I take a deep breath.
Oh, so close to the despair. It was so close. It was right there.
The other half of his mustache. No.
Oh, I already shaved that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
With your 4 advantage, would you like to dive out of the way?
Yes.
Okay, so you throw the grenade. The Sith Lord reaches out, grabs the grenade in midair, and chucks it back at you. You dive out of the way, it hurls past your head and explodes somewhere over here. Okay. Now, Thodubs, having seen all of this go down, before the other NPCs go, what would you like to do?
I'm assuming, did I hear Gar say something to Bob, or am I too far away, or
You are absolutely within voice range. You could
I'm
hear
in voice range?
Yeah.
So I heard Gar actually putting some stress on the idea that there's this droid that's got a pretty bad weapon.
Mhm.
So, what's my range right now between me and the droid?
It depends on which weapon you're using. You're within short/medium range. You're like right on the border. But if you're using your DE10, it doesn't matter because it's a long range pistol.
Well, it is longer. Okay, yeah. So I will have my dualies for my DE10s.
Okay.
So
Remember, if you dual, you have to upgrade it once.
yep. So we will do that.
If you want to take a step forward as a
Yep.
maneuver, then I'll call it short range.
Okay, I am going to move a step forward.
Yep.
But I'm also going to take a strain so I can get my boost on that.
Okay, go ahead and so you're going to take 2 strain, get your aim. Remember, you get accurate off of your gun.
Yep.
Okay. And remember to add your extra. So he's 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black, but you're going to add 1 more purple because you're dual wielding. There you go.
Okay.
And then put your score in and shoot the shit out of him. Or don't.
Okay, I'm getting the boost. There was the accuracy, right?
Droid hasn't acted yet, so you get quick strike too.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't. It hadn't. Good
Yeah.
point. Thanks.
It rolled shit on its initiative.
That's
oh,
that's
yeah.
right. It hasn't gone yet. Okay, so that look about right.
Sure.
Got that. Got that. That's.
All
Oh
right.
gosh.
How would you
Oh,
like to
we
spend your
are-
2 advantage?
So.
Pressing fire.
You could do that. You could give him a setback on his turn.
So yes, let's do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna throw the setback on him. That's the only advantage I think I should take right now. So.
You're going to shoot, and underneath your arms as you're shooting, part of why you missed is Thunder ran underneath your arms, being a size 1 creature. Blade drone up. You had to raise your pistol a little bit so he wouldn't cut you, because he's like got it over his head. He's just like samurai running towards the Sith Lord.
Damn little rat.
He gets pretty damn close to the Sith Lord before the lightsaber comes around, and as Gar is taking a chunk out of one arm, he slices Thunder clean in half.
Yeah, all right.
Everything goes clattering to the ground.
Damn.
Thunder's completely dead. And
Bummer.
Gar, who
That'll-
was
that'll make
making
Hooks
a
happy.
more cautious advance, decides at that point maybe being back here with Abcor is a way better option than being up super close.
I thought you were gonna say he goes and grabs the red sword.
He might. And now it's the droid's turn. Okay. So, in my opinion, there's only 2 potential targets here. So, which one of you wants red and which one of you wants blue? Rack and Thodubs.
Blue.
Red.
I'm glad you guys agree. Who said blue?
Me.
Oh, yay. Okay. So, do you have any ranged, defense?
It appears he has 1, assuming his sheet is correct.
Okay.
Yep, you're right. Sorry, I didn't see that there. Yeah, so I have 1.
Okay, so it's 1. You are a
Get his
adversary.
mustache melted off now.
You moved into close range. You moved into short range, so it is harder. It is easier for him to hit, as well as being easier for you to hit. He's going to take aim, and he is going to pull the trigger. Oh shit!
Damn.
All right, so first and foremost, I would like to do a couple of things that are really important. Item number 1, your character is going to go ahead and take 11 damage and crippled as a critical.
Okay, so 11 damage, that's past soak, right?
No, you include your soak.
Gotcha.
You need to roll your critical dice. It's vicious 5, so you're going to add 50 to whatever your roll is. But at a minimum, you have to take crippled. So if you don't roll, if you want to roll below crippled, but if you do roll it, you still get crippled. If you roll above it, you still get the worst of the 2. So roll your 2d10s.
Oof.
Is that?
105?
35.
What's that, 35?
I was about to
Yeah.
say, let's lift this up. Yeah. No, that's on 50. It was tilted.
Oh, it's on 50 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They were adding a 50 to that, is what
yeah,
you said?
So that makes it 105.
Damn.
And 105 is
Not good.
No.
Anything over 100 is bad.
105 is maimed. One of the target's limbs selected by the GM is permanently lost unless the target has a cybernetic replacement. The target cannot perform actions that would require the use of that limb. All other actions gain a setback. So here's your card, Thodubs. I'm not going to select it. You're going to roll this dice.
But you're probably not dual wielding. Well, that dice is going to land on. Look, let's be honest. That dice is going to land on Dick.
It's gonna land on head.
Your
Ooh.
I'm gonna count that as your left arm.
Yep.
It's
Right
not
below
dual-wielding
below the
anymore.
elbow is gone, and so is the DE10 that was there. And that
Nice.
the only upside to this is that disruptor rifle explodes, and this droid is thrown across the cavern and slides across the ground. It is also, just like you, missing its arm below the elbow. And the disruptor rifle is gone.
And so you said 11 damage, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha.
Are you unconscious?
Let's see. 11. We had soak. We have a soak of 3, right? You said it doesn't go through soak, so it includes soak, right?
That's right. You count your soak against it.
That's 8. Goes into wound, which gives me a 4 remaining.
Okay. So yeah, I mean you're hit, you're hurt, but you are still on your feet.
Hey, good news though, it cauterized the root of the wound for you, so you're not bleeding.
Yeah, for real. That is a nice thing.
There's like a green color, and it looks like all your veins have turned black on that part of the arm, and it hurts like obvious hell.
Oh, yeah.
So, all of that has happened. And now it's top of the round. So the big bad's gonna go. And the big bad, I mean, Crikey, or no, Gar just took a chunk out of him, so he's gonna turn around and attempt to hit Gar. Let's see here. He's got
2 defense.
2 defense is good. And you are a adversary. And his roll isn't nearly as good. But it is good enough. Alright, so this is 12 damage for each one. It didn't critical, so it's not, you don't have to worry about the vicious part. It's also sunder, so
He didn't get any advantages.
sunder's passive.
Oh, then I sundered him earlier.
Okay, that's good to know. Is he wearing armor? He must be. Oh yes, he is. Okay. So his armor is reduced by 1 step, and your armor is reduced by 1 step. So basically, your armor doesn't really... It doesn't start to diminish until the 3rd step, but you do need to keep track of it. Alright. I think it's just raw damage for him swinging the lightsaber. He does get his force readiness. So like he goes back into an on guard position, and if you initiate an attack, you need to let me know. All right, but it's top of the round. Who wants to go?
Really want an ion grenade to throw at that robot.
I have an ion grenade, so if you say that, I'll toss it to you.
It's a maneuver to manage gear. I will give that to you.
All right, so, and I'm assuming I'm short range to the robot to chuck the iron grenade at him.
1 red, 1 purple, 1 black. Oh wait. Yeah, 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black. He's still adversary, and he still technically has a defense.
All right, let's see if I can.
Holy shit. All right.
All
So 10 plus 12, that's enough.
Nice.
It goes down however you want it to, but I imagine the droid gets up, you chuck the grenade, it lands at its feet, and it just has time to be like, crap. And then there's this spark of lightning as it dances up and down the hall. Every synapse in this thing blows out. The blue ozone smoke starts pouring from all of its little crevices, and it slumps over. Unless you have something special you want to have happen to it.
Nah, that's enough narrative.
Okay. Who's going to be
I don't
the
have-
next player? The droid is now taken care of.
I'm gonna step in and slash down because his attention is on Gar.
Okay. Since you're attacking, I need to make a opposed willpower check. So it's his willpower versus yours. So that's basically I need you to roll a 3 purple, 1 black, willpower check. And it's willpower exclusively. It's not a skill. You don't want that red. Bad for you.
No, not at all. Willpower is in my 2 greens.
Yep. Everyone has the same roll. I could have done all these behind the scenes, but then you guys wouldn't have got to roll it. Okay, you succeed your willpower check.
Hiya!
But you did roll 2 threats, so you are going to take a setback on your attack as he reaches out. He's got his one lightsaber like in Gar, and he reaches out towards you, and there's like a red glow in his hands, but you sidestep, and apparently if he doesn't touch you or get really close to you with it, it doesn't do whatever it was he was trying to do.
Okay, don't get touched. So to attack him, what's the difficulty?
It is 2 reds and 1 black.
I already had the black from before, so is this additional step back?
This is an additional setback, so 2 blacks. Holy shit snacks. Okay, so everything I said about him not touching you, he definitely touches you.
Ooh, baby.
However many hit points you have, divide by 2. Through soak, and tell me how much that is.
7?
Okay. So you lose 7, he gains 7. As you go to grab him, and he reaches up with his offhand and grabs your hand at the wrist with a lightsaber and just starts sucking the life out of you through it. It's incredibly painful. It is so incredibly painful that you may consider yourself staggered.
All right.
So as he does that, I'm gonna cut his hand off.
You can attempt to do so. It's still the same difficulty to attack him.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm flavoring it in advance.
I like it.
Probably not gonna pay off, but
It might.
anyway.
I'm not sure statistically whether you have a better check. I think you have a slightly better chance of success than Crikey does.
Also, he should be taking strain for his actions.
Yes.
'Cause I critted him.
Yes, you did.
No luck.
How would you like to use your 3 advantage?
Gonna boost Thodubs to blast the shit out of him.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
He's expended his reaction this round, so that might actually happen. Dubs, are you still alive or did you bleed out?
No, I'm still alive. I'm just over here suffering. So,
You gotta. I don't think you're suffering worse than anyone else.
no. Well, I'm down to 4.
I mean,
but no, you're right.
He was.
I have 2.
He was.
I have
but
2 hit points left.
Someone
Gosh.
got stabbed, and then someone, got life drained. So,
Yeah, gosh, that's pretty bad. So, all right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely take a shot at this guy here with the one arm that I have left.
okay, you're gonna take a boost from,
Yep.
from Gar. I'm gonna remember the
Yep.
name. It's not like we've been playing this for over a year.
Plus you're accurate. Plus you can
Yep.
aim.
And the range to hit him is different than the melee. So,
Now, I want to just so again, I'm going to get nailed for this, but the accurate part of it
what about
is that like, so I've already got the 2 boosts in here, one for the aiming, one for the one that I got from Gar, and then I've got my
and then you get
my attack.
You get one more boost for being accurate.
Okay,
Yeah, the gun says accurate.
You can have
That's what I thought.
you can have up to 6 boosts. And truthfully, as long as the bad guys can do it too, I'd let it go. One of the rule changes that I made at the beginning of this season was I said as long as you're willing for the bad guys to be able to stack boosts, I was going to let you stack them all the way up to like 10.
all right.
But that's
Hey, question. Did anyone know that Argon has a droid disabler over here?
Argon.
I
Yeah,
actually do.
There's this gun. It says droid disabler. I I don't know why I feel like that would have been useful
That would
in
have
the last
been
two sessions.
useful.
Yeah.
But
Last two
God, I
rounds, you
want to
mean?
shoot you so bad.
Yeah, he got that out of the loot from the end of the last session.
Yeah, I
You
did.
clearly might have a hand still.
Yeah, I might have an arm. Yeah, I might actually. Yeah, thank you.
You're the worst.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take one of your DE10s, put that in the trash.
Oh.
That makes me feel a little better.
No, yeah, okay.
If you
alright.
could, if there was a physical copy of his arm you could drag over to the trash, that'd make my day.
Ooh.
So
What am I rolling against on this guy?
So he's a little bit easier to shoot because I don't think his lightsaber has defensive because it's a dark. It is. It's an offensive only saber. So I won't go into what all that means, but the short version is that he's 1 red, 1 purple, and 1 black.
Okay, copy that.
When he rolls his second despair of the night and blows his other arm off.
Oh, he hits.
Oh my gosh, there we go.
He hits and he crits.
And a crit. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your damage.
So damage is actually going to be. Oops, let me click that back here. So damage is 8,
Okay.
and then I have the crit. Now, is a crit double, or is that just?
No,
Roll the crit dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
jeez.
just
Alright.
did this to remove one of your arms.
Yep. Sorry. Great.
Oh, this is his second crit?
This is his
Uh,
second crit, and you're about to
This
say
is
something
his
really
second
important.
Crit, but it's in his favor.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
10.
We hope.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, so we have 45. We're at 55.
Okay, so he takes a 55. So let's see what the 55 is. You don't need that part. Fearsome wound. The target increases difficulty of all presence and willpower checks. Oh, you were 1 off. Oh, wait, no, willpower checks is good. Willpower checks is actually really good. So all of those, I need to remember, all of those go up by 1 now.
Nice.
That's actually pretty good. You brained him.
Yeah, so willpower checks are what all your force powers are based on.
Cool. So I got better when I lost the arm. Okay. All right.
Luckier, but you know.
Okay. Like, yeah, okay. All right.
You're going to hang on to the arm as your good luck, John?
That's something I have in my back pocket.
I would like to point out that you were probably better just one-arming it all along, as has been said multiple times. Because when you add that difficulty dice, you don't have the stats to back it up. So you're actually going to hit and do more damage now that you've lost an arm.
Actually, I was told the opposite was true. Because
No,
I
I
have
think
because
you
of my
need
light
stats.
being 3 yellows.
You need more stats.
He's technically at the break point. 3 yellows is where statistically it's in his favor. He just rolls like crap, but that's what everybody does.
Yeah, so that's why I understood. So that's why I was doing the dualies because of the idea. I was rolling garbage.
Yeah, I don't agree.
It's just that Gar likes to have like a guaranteed hit.
If you don't have 5 dice, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, that's see, that's his
Okay,
take
all
on
right.
it.
Okay.
How many times have both your guns hit?
A couple times.
How many times have they missed? Both of them missed because you rolled too many dice?
I think that was the end of the turn. Oh, Gur has to go.
Yeah, Gur, you have to go now. So what are you gonna do?
My question is Gar, he's your pet. Does he go for that sword? Because you said it last time.
Yeah,
He's
he
your
would
pet.
go for the sword. He's like it's a melee weapon that just got dropped. It's shiny and red.
It
Of course,
is.
he's going to go for the sword.
Okay. But last time he touched it, it tried to drain his life.
Well, that is true.
Okay, but the wrapping that Thunder put on there is still on there. So he's going to run over here and he's going to grab the sword. I don't think he has stats, does he?
He probably doesn't.
I can't
Whatever.
I think I was just using generic Jawa stats. All right, let's give him 1 skill point in melee.
Oh, he's got incredible coordination. It's 3 greens.
He's got a fuck ton of advantage. Oh no, but not quite enough. Yeah, he misses. He doesn't do bad. He doesn't miss bad enough. Like, he's just not enough of a threat for the Sith Lord to do anything to him. So he swings, and the blade slips a little bit, and like it's a little bit heavy. So he like takes staggers a step or two back towards Bob, and that puts us at the top of the round. I believe everybody got to go, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got touched on my turn, right?
Yes, you got touched on your turn, but you did attack.
Bad touch.
It was a bad touch.
Bad touch.
And let's see. Alcor actually hit him. All right, let's roll some force dice. All right, he got 2 blacks again. So, let's see. He needs to upgrade this by 1, so that's 1 red, 1 purple. And here. That's 3 success, 1 threat. Okay.
And he takes a strain.
Yes, he takes a strain. So Alcor, you find yourself being picked up off the ground, and then you find yourself accelerating at pretty decent velocity towards Crikey. I'm going to give you a check to, if you want to yell out to tell Crikey to move. He's being held. He's being held by the Sith Lord, so he might not be able to do it. But it's going to be a coordination roll because it's a reaction check. So we're going to call it a 2 purple coordination check. If you pass it, you can yell out something that is actually useful for Crikey to hear before you hit, and then we'll see if he can get out of the way. All right, phone.
Right.
I understand that I'm streaming. I'm aware of that. Please stop.
Okay, so coordination check on 2 purples, right?
Yep.
Got it.
Not bad. All right, so you call out. Now,
Okay.
Crikey, you're going to make a coordination check, and you're just going to be 1 red and 1 purple to see how far out of the way you can get. Any of your successes will deduct from the damage. All right. So the bad guy rolled 3 successes, and it was 5 damage. So it was 8 total. So minus 3 is 5 damage. With your 4 success, roll me 2. Just roll 2 boost dice. And see if you get any more successes out of that. All right. So 4 successes from 8 makes it 4. So both Abcor and Crikey take 4 damage. It does not go through soak, so you might soak the whole thing. It does knock you both over. Like he flies into Crikey. Crikey partially dives out of the way, and you guys end up on this side, on top of each other on the ground. And this guy steps back. This guy raises his lightsaber into his defensive position that you now recognize as like some sort of ritual he's doing so that he can focus his counterattacks on you when you attack him. And it is any player's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something possibly dumb. And so he took a step away from me, right?
Yes, he took a step away, so he's out of engaged range. He's actually in engaged range with Gur right now because he's backed up into where Gur's space is.
So he's at short range right now?
Yes, he's at short range.
Is he in engaged range with either of Abcor or Crikey?
They're at his feet.
Alright.
They're basically between Gar and
Yeah, I'm gonna draw my bolt caster and just shoot him.
okay, it's a maneuver to draw your bolt caster.
All right.
Are you going to drop your lightsaber?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This is the best plan I have right now.
Not a bad plan.
Like it's not like he's gonna see it coming.
He's probably going to see it coming, but it's like that. Have you ever been shot by a paintball? It's the worst. You have time to see it. You just can't do anything about it.
All right. I am gonna aim because very much want him to be in a great deal of pain. That's all I got to add to it. He's a purple, a red, and a black.
That is correct.
I am going to spend a light side token to
Okay.
drop that red.
Since you are attacking him, he is going to get to do his opposed will check, but go ahead, since you've already got your dice in there, and roll your attack and then roll your opposed will check, and they happen at the same time.
Okay, it is a hit. That
Okay.
was the important thing.
That is very important. That's a shit ton of damage.
It is 22 damage, breach 1.
Holy shit. Okay. So basically, I now really need to know how this willpower check goes.
It's like just blew his brains out.
Yep. So it's 3 purples and 1 black willpower check.
3 purples. It's my 2 greens. You know, I failed it.
Okay, so he gets to roll his.
Oh. I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a thing.
He saps 11 strength from you. Or sorry, 11 hit points from you.
I don't have 11 hit points.
That's bad.
I have 2. Question. Can I use this inspiration to do something useful?
Force an enemy to re-roll a roll they just made. The enemy must use it to lower 2 rolls. Yes, what roll would you like him to re-roll?
I don't know. The one that gets less hit points from me.
Okay, I can re-roll that.
Or alternatively, he sucks out all my 3 hit points. I go unconscious and he still dies because it's not enough to save him.
So he rolled a 2 on his second one, so that is significantly better.
All right. Yep.
Also, you only had 2, so that brings you to 0.
3. I had 3.
Oh, you had 3? Okay, so he brings you to 1.
Yep.
Also, you did 22 or 24?
18 plus, what was the roll?
It was 4 success.
Oh, yeah, 18 plus 4 is 22.
Okay.
I don't think I have any. Let me see if I have anything that boosts range damage.
I think you kill him. Let me double check before I can do this, though.
I don't have point blank.
Yeah, 22 damage currently.
So you shoot this bolt into him. It sticks through in one side of the chest and out the other. Normally it goes straight through and through, but this one actually sticks in. And he staggers back, screaming, and he drops his lightsaber, and he's writhing in pain, and electrical arcs are coming off of him as he's like, it almost looks like a droid overpowering, except for you can tell from the burns, obviously he's flesh. Then there's a giant explosion from the roof as a circular space shuttle comes down, crashes through, and lands with an abrupt thud right around here. I didn't think that I was going to have to do this, so I didn't plan too good for it. And he staggers back, and a little Jawa that Bob's like, hey, it's my buddy, grabs him, pulls him into the shuttle, and lifts off with him. And now there's a giant hole in the cave, and the guy's gone. He dropped a lightsaber.
I run over.
You don't want to pick that up.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go pick it up.
I was running over to stab you with a stim pack, but I guess not.
I got a hit point left. I'm not dead. Yeah, no, I grabbed this thing. Oh, no, it's corrupted? I smash it. Wait, would I know it's corrupted?
You can probably feel it. I can feel it.
Not even that great of a lightsaber.
It's the kind I had.
It is identical to the one that Crikey has that's broken, except for that the markings on it are slightly different. And where he has blue runes, this one has red runes.
Do we break it, Crikey, or do you want it for part? Or do you like your new one?
We should probably break this.
Okay. I cut it into pieces with my lightsaber.
Okay. Red or blue?
Red. Always red. As I like to call it, Sith red.
You slice through it. There's as you slice through the kyber crystal, there's a little bit of a pop and shrapnel goes everywhere, but beyond that, nothing. Destroyed lightsaber.
And then I'm like, hey, so who's up for a nap? Also, I'd ask if you need a hand, Art.
I can't believe you're laughing, you fucking psycho. And I get you with a stim pack. You're missing a goddamn arm.
Dude, we just fought a Sith Lord and we survived. Did you see that shot? I shot him right in the chest.
I'm all
He didn't see that
delirious.
coming.
That was a great shot.
That was a
I
great
have-
shot, man.
I have
Dude,
also
saved us,
stim
thanks.
packed. I have stim packed Crikey and Gar, and
Oh, I get
somehow
3.
I made it out of that with not getting hit at all.
I'd like to point out that the most clutch thing that happened for you guys was the despair the droid rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Nice.
Yeah, because after the droid shot Argon, it was gonna shoot Bob.
It's like I guess I took him out before he could shoot again, but
No, the gun blew up.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even need to take him out. He was pretty much done because the last time we fought him, they didn't even have a melee ability.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, but he did have 2 rifles.
Only one of them was the VFX vaporizer.
That is
3000.
also true. Only one of them was a disruptor rifle. Although I will point out, the rifle I gave him this time is the rifle all the other ones were supposed to be carrying.
Ooh,
It's supposed to be.
no
Yeah,
dear.
Argon could have even less hands.
Yeah.
Alfcork, do you have climbing gear? We can get out of this place.
Hey, hold up! Shouldn't we tell the worm that we took care of the thing?
Right, we can get to the surface for that.
Well, I already have. So I have my arm in my back pocket here. Do I have my other gun in my back pocket too?
You do not have anything in either of your pockets.
Yeah, the
What?
Vaporizer
Yeah.
3000.
Yeah, the gun and your arm below the elbow were disintegrated. That's what that gun does.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mole-
All right.
wait.
molecular destabilization.
Wait, we're talking about climbing gear. I've got that in my backpack. Who am I climbing with?
We should get out of this cave
Yeah,
system.
Frankie wants to leave.
I'm gonna take a quick bio and I'll be right back.
I can understand getting out of this cave.
We should probably leave. That's a good point.
I may need some help getting out of this cave since I got one arm.
I
I
feel
got-
cold, Mr. Stark.
I got you covered, buddy.
Frankie's had one arm for a while now. You don't hear him bitching about it.
He's
Right,
got a robotic arm.
I lost mine to a Dianaga.
Oh, I'm not complaining
Like a
about it.
real
I just
man.
don't have a new one yet.
Right, we should remedy that. I know a guy that makes good
Oh.
arms.
There we go. I'll go
This
get
one was a little twitchy when I got it, though.
I
Yeah.
go over to the droid and pull one of its arms off and hand it to him. Here, now you can have a hand.
I'm gonna get another drink.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Most accidents at home happen in the kitchen. Should just be careful. Right. Well, it was not how I thought it was going to turn out at all. It was a bit scary. Thought we were all going to die. Did you see that thing that he did with his arm? And he stuck his hand right there in my chest and he pulled out life force from me. And that's so good.
Yeah, he tried to do that to me too.
He touched
Yeah,
me.
Got a little bit, but I didn't have much left.
How you looking now there, bruh?
I got a hit point. If I
Ow.
stub my toe really hard, I'm gonna go unconscious.
Listen, mate, I think Bob just pinched you a little bit. He gave
Yeah.
you... You should add that to your tally.
Yeah, I gave you a stim pack.
All right. I got 5 HP left.
Ah, man.
Moving on up.
Be honest with you, I didn't think you guys were gonna survive that fight. The only thing I gave you for Hook's not being here was I went over to Hook's sheet and I said, okay, so the way I did his hit point pool was I added y'all's hit points together. And I took 11 hit points away from him. because Hooks wasn't here. Beyond that, you guys killed him.
I don't know. Gar pulling out the big gun and shooting him with that was definitely
Well, that was
In
very helpful.
retrospect,
that was
in
basically half.
retrospect, that's how we should have opened the doors. We should have just opened the doors. And me and Craig going thunk, thunk.
Yeah. Well,
Just roll.
Good point,
assuming
actually.
that you both did 24 damage, you could have killed him outright like that. It also does breach. Now, with that said, it's a physical object, so I would have given him like a 3 red roll to deflect them. But he probably wouldn't have made that on both of them. He might have made it on one.
It would have been a better opener. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
let's be honest. The only other thing that hit him was my 6 damage from the lightsaber.
Oh no, he got hit a couple times. Let's see, he took 2 sets of 4 damage and a set of 7.
Right, I hit him once.
Yeah, so he took more than that.
And the 2 crits.
Yeah, and he took the crits too. Also, he was only down to 12 strain.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I should have done damage, but that's all right.
Well, you did advantage critical, so you had to crit. You didn't try.
I had linked.
Oh, linked. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about that. I'm gonna keep forgetting about that. Anyway, so you guys have decided to climb out of here. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Before we leave, that workbench in here, did we check that for like miscellaneous lightsaber parts?
You found lightsabers themselves, but you didn't find too many lightsaber parts that were in serviceable condition.
Okay.
If there's something specific you want, though, I might give you a chance, depending on what you're looking for.
Lightsaber modifications, because I'm assuming we can't just go to the store and ask for lightsaber modifications.
Ah, that is correct. You cannot
I feel
do
like
that.
it's not going to work.
I'll tell you what. You guys decide who gets to do it, because I'm only going to give you one roll. But we can do 1 3-red perception check to see if you find a thing.
Oh, one thing. You better make the perception then. You asked for it.
3 red?
Yeah.
Holy
I,
shit.
I'm going to go with...
Well, there you go.
I got all of it.
You did so good, I'm going to need a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can he find 2?
Why, yes. Yes, he can.
Or
was
a
gonna-
crate.
I'll take a replacement arm if you find one.
Yeah, fuck your arm.
We have the arm from the robot. It's
You
right here.
wish. You wish.
I got an arm from the robot.
Yeah.
You can have a bad for arm.
Okay, I was just gonna go for a slightly better gun than my standard blaster pistol.
My goodness. We needed to take
look,
Thunder out with us.
You would have a better gun. You just have to show up.
My bad.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. That is making me sad.
He had a kid. Everybody remembers.
I'll tell you, when Hooks wakes up, he's going to be pretty happy that Thunder's gone.
Well, just cut it in half.
Yeah.
Can I run over to Thunder? Like, can Thunder still be a little alive? And I'm just like, can I really quickly get the deed? You can sign that over to me, right?
Didn't
I know Dane's got it.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't I explain several
Yeah.
times over that he doesn't have it and he was scammed too?
It's like, I told you, I don't have shit.
We have time to tea now. You bagging.
These cards are acting very unfortunate.
So, Bob, you said that Jawa showed up, and brought you here? And then
Yeah.
he showed up and he rescued that guy?
It depends on how you see it. Rescue, maybe. Who knows?
Whose side are you on?
I'd like to think that I'm on the side of good and stuff, but I acknowledge I've taken quite a few drugs. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
Keep talking. That's going to take me a minute because Tabletop Simulator.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been a whirlwind. Has any of this recent stuff made anybody else really want to start painting? I feel the need to start painting.
Nope. Can't say as I've felt any need to paint unless it's like the walls with blood.
No,
Definitely have had that urge many times.
you can use more artistic things than blood to express your inner thoughts.
Like what?
Like some of this.
See, nothing comes to mind, does it? Blood
like-
is the best.
Like some of this transmission fluid from the droids, and
Isn't that just droid blood?
it's transmission fluid. It's not blood.
Droids don't have transmissions.
Yeah, they do.
They
There's
don't.
there's some sort of transmissions. They definitely have some lube to make sure that the joints don't rust out.
Yeah, it's just droid blood.
Are you saying that you're gonna use the? It's because of like the color.
Isn't it red? I'm pretty sure it's red.
I think you're thinking like hydraulic fluid, mate. Transmission fluid's a little like yellowish.
Yeah.
Brown.
It also
you're
comes
right.
in red.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Again, if the only thing you're truly trying to express is anger, then sure, you can do everything with red. But
Yeah. I prefer to call it rage, but yeah, I hear you.
all right, so you do know a little bit about expressing yourself through art.
Yeah, with blood. Yeah, we went over this already.
I think we have.
You've done a lot of drugs.
Are you saying that you want to like paint happy little trees or something?
Not necessarily happy little trees, but there's definitely something about all these adventures we've been on that I'm feeling some art inspiring to me. I feel like I need to start with something. And I guess
What-
do we want to steal this gigantic rug here?
I mean, like we're trying to get out of here right now.
Yeah,
Art.
I know we're trying to get out. Is this prohibitive for us to try to carry out?
It's called drugs. That's what happens when you do drugs.
Maybe if you get on it, it might be a flying carpet, mate.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go over here, sit down, act like I'm meditating.
Say yep.
Yeah. I'm just trying to harness the energy of this beast and see if it'll carry me out.
Right. Well, while Bob's over there
Yeah,
stroking
you
that
think we
panther,
Should we put him down or no?
I think he might be okay. You know,
I'm just saying.
humans.
Like he was talking about painting, and then like, I'm just saying maybe we should. Ooh, I got toys.
Holy shit!
There's one more coming.
Ooh, a corrupted one.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Agree to disagree.
Also, Thunder, drop this.
No, Gar has it.
Grr.
Yeah, Gar has it. Yeah.
Jeez, these are good. Are you gonna share with the rest of the class?
All of these are from lightsabers that look like they were like cut in half or destroyed during combat.
Right.
There's like a collection of them in a special wooden box that you found as you were searching. It was embedded in the wall.
He's taking the things that he wants.
Some
Well,
things,
yeah.
some things might have names engraved on them.
Oh.
I'm gonna try this combo here.
I figured you would.
Yeah. You good with
Uh,
that?
I think.
You gonna shove the other two in Hooker's stuff, or are you
Yeah.
gonna...
Shove the other two in Hookah's and Gullet. Yeah.
Just wakes up.
Are you
with
good
it
with
in
the
his butt.
extended hilt? I wanted the defensive on mine.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Because that one gives me defense 2, which is identical to my vibroblade.
Roger, Roger.
Okay.
There's not enough parts to fix my broken lightsaber, though, is there?
There would have been, but
There would be. Cracky, if you take the crystal out of the one that's in there.
Yeah, like use my Dantari crystal to do it.
No, you put the Dantari crystal in the one you want to keep. You put the other crystal.
the crystal
taking.
isn't what's broken in the ancient lightsaber. It's the emitter.
Ah,
For the record, if the crystal were broken, that would be a paperweight. The crystal is the part that's important.
Roger, Roger. All right, so I still need to put something together. I have the guard Shoto, but these are just extra parts for right now.
Guard Shadow is your best one, I thought.
That's the one I just picked up from Duma Flopper.
Now, you could take the guts of the ancient lightsaber, and you would need an emitter, but you could put it in the extended hilt. You just need to tell me where that crystal ended up, because that's the thing that's important. And you could take the Dantari crystal, and you could put it in the Shoto.
Ah, I see. Okay.
That wouldn't give you a working second lightsaber, because you're still short an emitter. But your Shoto would be upgraded, and you wouldn't have because the ancient lightsaber, it's everything around the crystal that's old. Anyway, so you guys are going to climb out of here.
That's the plan.
I still can't believe you guys lived through that. I mean, I thought you were going to live through it, but I thought I was going to have to, have the Jawa show up earlier.
If I tried to hit him with another, lightsaber attack, he would have got one of us.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Because you were down to, what, 4?
3. I was down to 3.
You were down to 3.
And that card you gave me back in session 0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, because I rolled the first one and I was like, that's all damage. And I rolled the second one and I was like, those are all blank.
Yep. Just that's the way it needed to go.
It's like, all right, Gar. I think you like killing the animals that you make your vests out of, or whatever.
This guy had a bunch of journals in his library. Are you guys gonna take the time to read those, or take them with you, or?
I'll pick them up, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of books, right?
I was about to say it's a shit ton of them. As a group, I did mention it when you guys walked in, and you didn't pay too much attention to it. But I just wanted to give you the opportunity before we have you guys climb out of this tunnel you may never come back into.
I wanted something slightly better than a blaster pistol. I have the most generic of blaster pistols. I was going to look for something of that nature, whether it be from this droid dropping it or elsewhere.
So, it's not a pistol, but I can give you the guns that they were carrying in lieu of the disruptor rifle. Without even rolling anything, I can give you that. Or if you want to do a roll, you can look around for another weapon.
I'll just take what I have.
Okay. This isn't exactly it, but it's pretty close.
All right. So I guess I'll carry it out. I try to look through all what the hell I'm actually carrying.
I don't know how your stuff keeps coming unlocked.
I don't know.
All right, good. You do have the brawn to carry it. That's important. Okay. So who has climbing gear? This is a difficult climb. It's a shaft straight up.
I have climbing gear. It's in my backpack. Haha.
I got a jetpack. Sure that won't go south.
You can fly up there and anchor the line if you want. That'll make everyone else's climbing check easier, but you're going to have to fly up a narrow hole.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, you only have 3 hit points left, too.
I have 4 now.
I gave him a stim pack.
I took a step back. I have 4. Oh, 5. I have 5.
Do you need another one? Or do you want me to use my climbing gear to get up this
Yeah,
narrow hole?
you go ahead and climb it out. I'm gonna take a little breaky break.
All right, so I'll start going off on a tangent about art and how to express some inner artistic nature.
All right, Mr. Artistic Nature.
With the modular backpack that's got the climbing gear inside of it as one of the attachments.
Does anyone want to search Thunder?
Yeah, I've got him. I'm gonna look through him.
Are you like actually searching him for stuff, or are you just carrying his body back?
Well, right now, as I'm waiting for him to climb, I'm gonna be going through Thunder's belongings.
Okay.
Gas didn't seem too worried when he perished. Alright, so what's the climbing check?
The climbing check from the base, you don't have any type of grapple gun, you just have regular climbing gear, right?
Yeah, it's the climbing gear inside of the modular backpack, so it's concealed climbing cord, grants length of climbing cord with grapple hook, okay. And counts as right tool for the job.
Excellent. That's actually the part that I needed to hear. So you have the right tool for the job. So that's going to make this a 2 purple athletics check.
Clear. Are either of these gonna clear?
So I had hit the reset button, so you had need to delete all the dice off the board before you start hitting buttons. Because I remember I had my whoopsie a minute ago, so I had to hit the reset.
Yep. All right. 2 purple, and then right tool for the right job is 2 boost.
Sure. Right tool for the job I used to make it not a super difficult check.
Oh, whoops.
It's fine, just use it.
Yeah, the boost didn't give me any extra successes, and I failed it somehow. Or I failed it anyways. If I didn't have the boost, it was 1 fail, 1 advantage, not 3 advantage.
Here's Thunder's death throws.
Gonna be the deed in there.
Oh shit! I forgot to put a credit card in there.
It's here. I'm looking through it.
All right, so what you need to do is you need to line it up, get it just right, and motherfucker, how did I fuck that up?
All right. So how badly did you fuck it up? Did you roll?
It was one failure.
Trying to put his there. Okay, got it. But did you get any threats? No, you got advantages.
No threats, advantage.
Okay, so with 3 advantage, you shoot the thing up there and you catch the grapple as it falls back down in.
All right. Does that just mean I get to try it again?
So it took you about 20 minutes to do the first attempt. In that time, you started hearing some growling noises from down in the tunnels, and you do need to get this sorted.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the grapple hook out of his hands and just fly up there and fix it. What's that difficulty?
Okay.
I don't want to get eaten.
No, I imagine not. Smashing into a wall is probably pretty bad too. But I'm gonna say you've done some flying with this jetpack. You've dodged bullets with this jetpack.
Been shot at by teammates by this jetpack.
Yeah, that's you're dodging bullets.
Experience.
1 red, 1 purple is what we're gonna call it.
All right. Hey, I got up there. I have attached it. I may have run out of gas.
Hopefully you didn't light the rope on fire.
He didn't light the rope on fire.
Did he keep? Oh, question. Did he continue to reel out rope?
Nope.
Or did he just get yanked out?
Nope. It wasn't his despair, it was yours. Because, like, all that went through my mind. Yeah. So you get up to the top of this thing, and you realize that you are in the city that you guys were in before. And you turn around. Let me move Gar over to another section of this map. Having secured the rope, to see that you have been noticed by a collocoid that started stomping towards you.
I hollered down. You guys really need to make it quick. And then I'm gonna go cut this thing in half.
Cut it in half now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it in half.
I'm going to let all the other players attempt to scramble up that line before you get to your cutting it in half check.
That's great. I assumed I wasn't gonna get that.
We're going to go ahead and let that happen. So all the other players need to attempt to climb this rope. You're effectively climbing gear that's meant to be climbed that is effectively anchored. So it's going to be a 2 purple check.
Already filled
Bob.
1 2 purple check.
You need to help the guy with, missing one arm because
Yeah.
I've got hooks.
I'll give...
You've got hooks on your back.
Yeah.
I figure we can tie the stuff around him. Once we get to the top, we can just pull him up.
It's 2 things. Alcor is going to be assisted by Bob. That's going to leave you guys at a flat purple. Hooks needs to be pulled up there, so that'll be an issue. But Crikey gets 2 blues to climb this thing because you have climbing claws. That's what your claws are actually for.
Yeah. A super climber. All right. Well, I'm gonna help people get up there, so that we
Alright,
can
so
get up there quicker.
So we're tying the rope to hooks, and between Crikey and myself, we're helping out Ab's core and his one arm.
Okay. Assuming that Abs is also helping himself get up there, that just makes Bob and Abs sit at 2 purple checks. And Crikey's at a 2 purple check with, I think it's going to be a total of 4. No, it's a total of 3 boosts.
For a no
Climb
athletics.
climb checks are athletics checks. That is correct.
Oof.
Look at that. Helped you out.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I get any boosts, or is it just
No. Because you're helping Ab up.
all right?
So I evened it out. Ab should have been taking a negative because he's missing an arm. And you should have taken a boost for the climbing gear being in place. I made it a flat check for both of you.
All right. All right. Just focus. Take some deep breaths, and we'll get through this.
Use the mustache.
Hey, we made it up.
Well, you made it up. It's a combined check. So it still has to roll, and you could still fall.
Uh-oh. So his is straight.
So 2 purple brawn is what you're saying?
It's a 2.
It's athletics.
Athletics
It's athletics.
check.
You don't have.
It is brawn if you don't have that skill.
I do not have that skill. Oh wait, I do have that skill. It's the same exact thing as brawn. Okay, wonderful.
Then you don't have it.
Yeah, great, right? Okay.
I'm going to call it a pass
Oh.
as an average because he rolled 1 success and you rolled 0. But you're gonna end up going after the big bad. And I'm gonna put Crikey and Gar get to go before the collocoid at the top, which is as Crikey, as you come over the top, you see Gar, and he's halfway there, and basically Gar and this thing are running at each other across open field.
Right on. Get him.
Gar, would you like to go then?
Very much.
I thought he was going to pull out his bolt caster and try to shoot it over your shoulder.
I was going to, and then I was like, that would be very rude.
He has 3 hit points left.
5?
He's
Got a
five,
stim pack?
5 hit points left.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That
he's
despair would-
charging.
That despair would definitely kill me. Difficulty to hit this guy.
2 purples. Did it freeze on everybody else's screen too?
It did, yes.
Okay.
That is a hit. I think it's a crit. Where's my lightsaber at? That is a crit. Or linked. I will do 14 damage.
And you cut
Breach.
a limb. And you cut a limb off. 14 damage, breach, and you cut a limb off.
Why does it cut a limb off?
Because you rolled a critical. Oh, you're not.
No, I was gonna say I traded the critical for linked.
Oh, okay. So it's 14 damage.
Yeah.
Before linked or after linked?
After linked.
After linked. Okay. It's not as good, but still pretty damn good. So you slice and dice and do it. You cut its leg up, but it's still attached. Crikey, you're going to get to go.
Right, now I'm going to shoot it with the bow. Yeah. Can I take time to aim?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. And what is it to range hit this thing?
It's going to be 1 purple. It's not got special stuff. And it's
Okay.
at close range, short range.
Excellent.
Do you
I'm
do
gonna say
more
it-
than 7 damage?
Yes.
It's dead.
21 damage breach with breach. its insides are on its outside now.
All right, everybody climbs up to the top of the hole. You guys are rather close to a fallen EotE in the town that you guys were in before you went underground. You guys can describe however you want to have, like, have pulled hooks up. Like, how's Hook's sled working out?
Well, we've
Lots of-
got it rigged to a rope as we're like pulling him up the tunnel. He's scraping the side because I can't get like far enough out from the edge to pull him safely up. So
Yeah.
it's just grabbing his head and just dragging him up the tube, little by little. He'll have some rash, definitely, when he
Yeah.
comes back.
He's got more bangs and bruises. Nothing fatal, but we're not gentle. We're trying to get out of here.
And you guys are covering me as I'm pulling him up.
Oh yeah.
But we're in Farmore, right? That's the city?
Yes, I'm trying to get the city map actually to come up. Not Undercity. Slums? Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I miss Undercity. Place was cool.
All right, so let me grab your characters. You guys end up coming up right here. There's a dilapidated starship and a crashed AT-AT here. And now that you said you didn't really investigate this site last time you came through here, there was shit going on. As you come out now, you can see the dilapidated starship is all rusted out and shit, and there's a lot of bodies around that are like partially decomposed or eaten. Some of them are stormtroopers. Some of them look like they were scavengers who maybe stopped by here and tried to make a camp out of this place. But basically, you're in an abandoned camp at the base of this AT-AT that's crashed.
And the spaceship does not look like it will work.
It does not look like it's space worthy. It depends on your definition of work.
Will it fly not in space?
Possibly with work.
Again, when you say work, are we talking like you go to a mechanic shop and you let it sit for a week, or like you go in and you push some buttons and blow on the Nintendo cartridge and
Put some flex tape on it.
You know
Flex-
that
flex-
depends on how your mechanic rolls, right?
yeah, got it. All right. We should hole up in there for a minute, rest, make a quick call to the big worm. Be like, hey, we did the thing we told you we'd do. So, peace.
Hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better. Sorry about the evil Sith guy. And then we leave.
Let's we can hold up and meditate and try to contact the Jupa.
Hold hands, just kumbah kumbah.
Oh, where? Oh, I see that, Gar, you are taking to meditating. I appreciate that.
He's not meditating. I'm reaching out to a greater life force. We talked to a giant worm.
Yeah. I think it's a metaphor. I don't actually think he's talking to the Jupa, but
You're about to go on a fucking trip, buddy.
Yeah.
He's
You
not
wish you did
because he hasn't rolled it.
Oh,
yeah, but we're not gonna behave as if he hasn't done it because everyone else is connected. So we just assume everyone gets to do this.
All right, so we all sit in a circle. I even put hooks in crisscross applesauce.
Prop him up, tape
We
a stick
prop
to
him
his
up.
back.
Weekend at
Bernie-
Bernie's.
Weekend at burning him.
we're the same age. Weekend at Bernie's reference. Right, now everybody hold hands and close your eyes. We're gonna get this shindig on the way.
Do you use the crystal from the ancient lightsaber to focus on? Or do you use your kyber crystal to focus on, or do you just do it without a focus?
So how did we learn about the crystal?
So the first time we did this, it was with the ancient lightsaber crystal.
Yes. So
Alright.
Crikey's traditionally used a focus, but I don't think the rest of you have.
I'm gonna use the same crystal.
I want to use my new crystal. If I see Crikey doing that, I'm going to pull out my new crystal and use it. Or should I use the one that I personally pulled from the thing?
I think that'd be cooler. It's your signature. Like
All right,
that's yours, right?
I'll do that. Yeah. All right.
I love how don't I have to explain this? You guys are just rolling your force dice.
Yeah.
wait, I was supposed to read up on force dice.
Yeah, you're good. You'll find out.
You haven't gotten there yet. I am waiting to hear what Thodub says because I don't think I've heard from him since you guys climbed out of the tunnel.
And no, I've been listening. I heard about us holding hands, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of missing one, so somebody's gonna hold my shoulder. So
Yes. As they're pulling out their crystals, I pull out my macron herb.
We just have Bob jam a finger in your stump.
there we go.
Do you offer any of that macron herb to Thodubs?
Yes.
I don't
see
know.
his-
Thodubs? Roll
I
obligation.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I should take that with my obligation, though.
Your arm has been shot off. Roll your obligation.
All right.
I can show you the world.
Is this a discipline check?
Yes.
We're
if
at
you-
60.
If you,
We're at 76.
okay.
So no trigger.
So you can choose whether or not you want to take it.
If it's not going to trigger me, we're going to do it.
You're not going to be able to meditate with that pain, though.
Unless you do some drugs.
Nope. So like I said, if it's not going to trigger me if I take it, then I'll take it. But and so far from the roll, it didn't look like it was going to trigger me. So
So
What's the opposition?
what was that?
So did you pass your... So everyone rolled force dice, and you got a plus or minus, right?
I got 2 white.
I
Okay.
got a black. What's the difficulty on the discipline check?
1 black.
It's two purple.
I guess I'm finally rolling the force die.
So Thodubs did take the macron herb.
Yep.
Okay, so that does increase your obligation by 10.
Copy.
And you roll. All right, so I got Crikey got 2 light side, and Gar got 1 dark side, and Hooks is not here, and Abcor got 2 light side,
1 dark.
1 dark side. Are you using it to meditate?
Yes.
Okay, you have now shifted to a neutral alignment.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses for my my crystal?
No, however, you are tuning your crystal. So the way this works metagame is I'm keeping track of how many times you use light and dark side powers with your crystal, and your crystal is eventually going to lock to a certain alignment.
Right. Well, I don't use my dark, and I didn't pass my discipline check.
Oh, you didn't use the dark.
Well, I didn't pass my discipline check, so I can't use it, right?
Oh, no. So the act of using it happens before you roll. It's do I do the roll to do it?
Oh, then I guess I had to use it then, because I did roll.
Yeah. So, plus I've already made all the changes. Crikey, did you succeed?
No, I got 2 failures. 2
Okay.
advantage.
I guess nobody's talking to the worm. Your mechanic who could have been looking over the ship, you guys come out of your meditation. You guys did manage to meditate briefly, shifting your alignments, as I just mentioned. And Bob is blazed. He's got 2 empty baggies. Him and Abcor are like leaning into each other, like just munching down on every ration they can lay their hands on.
Big smiles on our faces.
Yes.
Did you find those in here? You find those baggies?
I brought them with me.
Abcor's waving his non-existent arm, being like, "Look, man, it's gone."
Hey, I should play rock, paper, scissors.
I thought you guys were meditating. This is how I meditate, guys.
We were trying to meditate. It's
a little noisy in here.
Yeah, I think we need to go outside.
All right.
You guys work on the ship.
Yeah, why don't you stay here, doing what you're doing?
All right. So I'm looking over the ship, trying to see if I can get it up and running. All right. I think I can do that.
I don't think you guys are in a condition where you're going to be able to just like instantly meditate again. I think you guys are going to need to rest.
Oh, we can rest then.
Yeah, I think this is going to take basically the remainder of until nightfall for you guys. But what I want to do is I want to have Bob. You can recruit someone to help you if you really, really want to, but everybody's all beat to shit except for you. So it's probably worth, exploring the ship a little bit and trying to figure out what part's what.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a 1 purple perception roll just to start, and I'll give you a brief, this is what you see.
1 purple perception. I am not that perceptive, apparently.
You get a blue because you are near me. You're not engaged, or you get 2, but you do get 1.
All right, so I get 1. Oh, I got a success. Let's see if I get anything else. Nope.
Okay.
1 success, 1 threat.
So most of the people are in the lounge, which is right near where the catwalk is. Basically, they just hung a right and stopped because there were couches and chairs. Then they're meditating and recuperating, and that's where you just had your lunch in quotation marks. You walk into the next section down on the other side and find a very small sick bay. It's equipped with a medical droid. And that may become useful. That is also one of the only things you find that's in working condition. Although there is a body in there, which is a little disturbing in a medical bay, but you don't think it died from the medical bay. You think it just didn't live. As you circle around through, you find that there are too many holes in the ship for it to maintain structural integrity in space. The main engines don't have enough fuel to really go that far, but you could probably get the auxiliary power generator working and float this thing on repulsors. And it might even make it all the way back to the city, but it would definitely make it to the rendezvous point with the walker. But you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to do some work, and you're going to need to enlist some help because it's a lot of work.
Alright.
So the things that need to be fixed, we're talking about the auxiliary generator, and then getting the flight controls working, and then getting navigation working. Doesn't have to be done in that order, but those are the 3 things you need to do.
Alright, oxygen, flight control, and navigation.
And by the time you're done evaluating all of that, you can go back into the lounge, and assuming the guys are going to rest for the evening, they're going to already be asleep, but that's up for them to decide.
You guys, in sick bay, there's a, looks like the only thing that's actually working on this ship is the medical droid. And I will also do what I can to take the body out and try to minimize freak out by having not letting them see extra dead bodies.
Okay. Well, you chuck the body down the ramp.
Are they already passed out, though?
That's up to them.
The body just randomly comes flying down the ramp.
I think you guys are a level up from where sick bay was.
It's basically a big circular thing that goes around the turret bay. It's all the same level, but like you guys are in this part, and the sick bay part's over here. So you guys would have kind of just seen him chuck up. So it looks like a sack into out the door next to where you guys are.
Hey man, don't worry about that. That was yeah. The droid did all he could to save that guy, but that body was dead for other reasons. Nature's a bitch at times. But yes, there is a droid here that is a medical droid that appears to be in good working order to attempt to get you guys less beat to shit.
Oh, I'm gonna go check him out. Like to go over there to sick bay.
Okay. Please state the nature of medical emergency. Oh wait, that's the wrong star thing. So the droid boops and it says evaluating. Please stand by, and it starts scanning you. And a holographic projection of all of your injuries, which are quite numerous, start showing up, and it starts triaging how much work you need. And basically, it says if you want to spend the night in sick bay, I can fix all of this.
Can you do me and my bruv? Can I hook Gar up?
So
I think he's in worse shape.
The sick bay is actually so small that you two won't physically fit in there at the same time. Like it's a closet with a droid and a little med bed in it.
I push Gar in. You get in there first, buddy.
Okay. It evaluates him, and all sorts of errors are being thrown because it has no effing clue what he is. It actually requires you to tell the droid to assume that it's a Wookiee.
All right,
yeah,
type in. Yeah, I'm a Wookiee. Mostly Wookiee. Part Wookiee.
The droid assumes that you're a Wookiee, and it starts like trying to administer medical care to you. It'll do the same thing where if you spend the night in the med bed and let it poke and prod at you, you might not sleep great, but you will wake up at full health.
All right.
Anyone else doing anything for the evening, or are we gonna sleep in the rusty dude?
Well, I definitely want to get fixed up, but I don't know how many people we can fit over there. Like you said, if we've already got 2 people in there.
Well, you guys are gonna have to take turns.
Yeah, so we'll take turns.
I'm just gonna rest up in the hall.
Okay, so those of you who are just resting overnight, which sounds like it's gonna be everybody but Gar, gets your brawn back for a night of rest in hit points.
Yeah, and I was going to attempt to fix one of the 3 and through the night as they're all sleeping. Since
Okay. Give me a medical check.
I meant I was going to try to fix one of the 3, either one of the 3 things of the ship, not the people.
Oh, so you're just going to stay awake and stim yourself and keep working through the night. All right, that's dedication. Which would you like to attempt to fix?
I was thinking navigation initially. Is there any difference in any of the 3 checks, or are they all the same?
They are slightly different. Navigation is actually the easiest to do. It's a 1 purple check.
Yep, that's what. All right, I picked wisely. I wanted the easiest one first overnight. And it's mechanics.
Yep.
Good thing I know something about mechanics. How? Seriously,
well, you
game?
see, the dice hates you. It turns out you probably should have slept. You do learn a bit. You can either learn a new thing, or I can make the next attempt easier.
I would like to learn a new thing.
You're
The-
not a mechanic.
The weapon system could also be brought online if you wanted to take time to do it. It has a dual blaster cannon on top of the ship. And you could probably run that on the auxiliary generator if you could get it working.
All right.
So, the equivalent of the, rooster crow at sunrise. Everybody wakes up. Gar, you're at full health. Everyone else is taking their brawn back. Well, except for Bob, who wasn't injured and stayed up all night working on navigation. What do you guys do the next day? It's there's you guys know that this city is far from dead. As far as like creatures and stuff, there aren't any sentients living here, but there's plenty of stuff that could eat you. So
So Greggy and I are going to wake up early, I assume, and try to reach out to the worm one more time.
okay.
And if that fails, then we got a list of what's wrong with the ship. We'll start trying to fix it up and get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your force dice again.
Damn it.
What'd you get?
I got a black. I'm not going to try to use it.
Okay.
I also got a black, and I don't think I'm going to use it either.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Worm's on his own, her own, whatever.
All right. Dubs, while they're meditating, what are you doing? Dubs.
I guess I have to unmute. There we go.
Yeah,
That's better.
It helps. Only if you want
So-
us to hear what you've got to say.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that's true. That's true. So, I still really want to wait in line for this droid to get fixed up here.
Okay, well, Gar would have abandoned it first thing in the morning, so you can go in there, and it can
Yep.
look at your arm and basically be like, I can put a back to stump on that to help with natural healing and cauterizing of it, but I can't install a new arm without a prosthetic.
Well, what about this droid arm that I got here in my bag? Because this was given to me from the cave there.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to reiterate something I think I've said about 100 times. Droid arms are not cybernetics. You can't just slap a droid arm in place
That's
of
their
your
fault.
arm.
We told him it would work.
Yeah, you jerks! You friggin' got me. Okay. All right. Fine. So I take the droid arm and chuck it over at Gar.
Gar's like, what? He wouldn't put it on for you?
If you go to a proper cyberneticist, they could probably turn the droid arm into a prosthetic, but it's going to cost the same as making a prosthetic, and it still
Yeah.
requires a cyberneticist.
It's no bueno, you wannabe Wookiee. So anyway, yeah, just go ahead and throw a stump on that thing.
Okay, so he
We'll
puts
go-
he puts an ugly back to cap on it. It does actually feel way better. Like, it's ugly, but you don't feel pain, excruciating pain from it. And he also brings your hit points up. By about lunchtime, when they're finished meditating, you're pretty much back up to full.
Gotcha. I was at 10 already, so I'm just gonna go back to the full 12 then.
All right, so now it's repair time. Who's going to work on what? Bob's kind of running the show.
Ooh, yay! I get to be in charge. All right, so the things, the auxiliary generator, obviously needs power. Then there's flight control to control it, and navigation, so we know where the hell we are. Also, if we really want to, we can get some weapons on this thing. I'm gonna start with the power because I definitely didn't screw anything up last night. Yeah. Let's start with getting power together. Then we'll go flight control. Then we'll get navigation.
Okay. The power generator's 1 red. Flight control's 2 purples. Navigation's 1 purple. Weapon system is 1 purple, 1 red.
They're all mechanics checks.
They're all mechanics checks. Unless you guys want to try to do computers, you can do computers for navigation. And that's about it.
All right. And if we work together, is it just like a boost or something? Am I the only one that's really got anything mechanics?
Yeah, I can sit in the pilot seat and do like my piloting, just double check everything, but I don't really have a skill to help in mechanics.
Same here.
All right. Since I'm paranoid about dice, for this
We can
For
offer
this-
aid, right?
I
Yes,
think
you
so.
can offer normal boosts. You can also do shared checks if like one of you has a higher intelligence than he has or something.
Yeah. Since I am paranoid about this 1 red, can I flip? I would like to flip a destiny token and make that a purple.
If there's any left, yeah.
Watch this one be the one that I double triumph. Hey, it only took a boost. A boost, 2 yellows and a green to beat 1 purple.
What did you fix?
The auxiliary generator, so power.
All right, so the ship has power.
You did that wrong.
Hmm?
When you got rid of the red you were downgrading using the destiny token, you should have added another purple.
It was 1 red, and
was
I
one
shifted it
red?
from red.
It was 1 red, 1 purple.
I guess I heard that wrong. Whoops.
Okay.
I heard weapon
Oh wait,
system
no,
was
weapon
1.
system's 1 red, 1 purple. Sorry, you were correct. I was reading the wrong thing. My bad.
Okay. All right.
What else needed to be fixed?
The flight control.
That's important.
Flight control,
Yes.
navigation, and weapon system are still on the table. Although the weapon system's not necessary to fly.
All right. So
What's the difficulty for flight control?
Flight control was,
2 purple.
I think that was, yeah, that one's 2 purple.
Navigation's 1 purple.
I'm not having trouble reading my own handwriting. It's fine. I shouldn't have tried to write this in the margin of the paper.
Looks like he's going.
Right. I fixed the flight control.
Go ahead, bro. Way to show that yellow dice are nothing to you.
All right, navigation.
I'm not bitter at all. I guess I'll do the navigation one.
All right, go for it. At this point, you've taken, it's about 3 in the afternoon. Taken most of the day to do work so far.
All right, navigation's on 9.
All right.
All right, how bloody scary is this place, and do we actually need the weapons?
Oh,
Every player who played through this part is cringing at your how scary is this place.
oh yeah. Good point. Good point. We don't need the weapons. Crikey. You remember when we had we said we weren't that worried about contacting the Jupa?
Uh-huh.
You also remember the video feeds of the Jupa taking out the starships?
Right, yeah, I was going to point that out.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now's a great time since we're debating on taking off right now.
I think if we fly low and we try to stay, like, west, we should try, I think we might have fixed the situation. Maybe she's not so angry anymore.
You don't think we should maybe try find out for sure? Like I just feel like that's not a good plan, Crikey.
I've been trying to contact her and it's not working.
Well, we're not trying hard enough.
Sometimes when you're meditating, you need to try less hard.
All right, why don't we try one more time? We all sit around, take our time. We're rested up now. We're not as beat up as we were.
Okay, let's try it.
I mean, otherwise we're just gonna crash and burn it, and I don't really want to do that anymore.
Can me walking away from Gar as he tries to meditate, will that make his meditation check better?
I got 2 white.
Okay, are you using that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
I got 2 white. I'm definitely using them. Clutching my
Crikey.
crystal real
Crikey.
close. Yes. Fuck you.
Crikey, you are now a paragon of the light side.
Huzzah!
All right, I'm gonna flip a light side to get rid of a purple. Reach out to this worm real hard.
Gar, what did you roll?
2 white.
Okay, you are neutral again,
Yep.
So we're all doing this thing again?
if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Damn it.
participate.
Okay.
Do I get a boost for having 2 whites?
Because you are neutral with those 2 whites, no. However, I'd like to point out that Crikey now gets an automatic light side point because he's a paragon of the light side. So you may always consider yourself to have 1 light side point
Oh, okay.
for the purposes of using like force powers.
Gotcha.
I guess it's not permanent. If you take a bunch of dark side points and drop below this number, it would go away.
Right. I didn't
Good
get
job.
it either.
God damn it.
Hooks is going to do it. Not Hooks. Abcor's going to do it.
No,
I
you just
rolled-
nailed it.
Yeah, I just rolled 2 dark.
Oh. Okay. And did you roll the discipline? Did you take this side or did you not take it? Currently, you are sitting at 0. You are currently neutral.
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna
Go
take
for
it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna take it.
You are now on the dark side.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Does he just suddenly look so much cooler?
I know.
I don't know if you consider emo.
What the
kids
hell?
cooler.
Looks like he could like kick a baby.
Have you rolled your discipline check there, Argon?
So I have not. Let me go ahead and do that.
You know what he looks? He looks like he could feed dog food to a child.
And enjoy it.
A very sick
Or
thing to
just
do.
bow down a well on top of a doggy.
Am I rolling my discipline against something or just throwing
2
discipline?
purples.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
You asked and you immediately clicked the button. Like nobody could have answered that fast enough.
Oh, come on.
And you did that wrong.
Oh
No, I highlighted. Well, I highlighted these 2, and I just didn't hit R.
You
instead
didn't-
of-
You
yeah.
didn't roll them.
Yeah, you still passed it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
What do you mean he didn't roll him? He clicked the roll button.
I did.
Yeah, so he had already rolled these.
Oh,
Yeah, and then I highlighted the purples, and I
But
thought
then he went over here to roll instead of hitting
Yeah.
R.
That's the problem.
But he succeeded. So
Oh,
he's
he
this
did
is
it.
going to be
passed.
hilarious because I don't think that Abcor is actually connected to this worm even once so far.
I don't think so either.
I think this is your first time. Am I wrong, guys?
No, I think for me, yeah.
This
Yeah,
is going
probably.
to be amazing because this is
Yeah.
not like a person's mind.
Yeah, no, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. He's gonna say the wrong thing.
Okay, so
Just remember, I'm ready to kick babies.
you did go to the dark side. It was a very convenient time to do it. So as you reach out, all frustrated and angry, and you grab forcefully a hold of this mind, what would you like to? So first off, you can't speak per se in words. It doesn't really understand words. I mean, you can tell me what you would like to imply, but you have to convey it through emotions and feelings, which is one of the reasons connecting through the dark side is lots of danger. What would you like to say to it? When you connect to it, it will have noticed that the dark presence is less, that it is faded. And as you connect to it, it is definitely going to turn its mind's eye to you.
Joy. So the purpose of us trying to connect with this thing is we wanted to, I assume, get passage, right? We wanted to.
Oh, no, nobody answer his questions. If you weren't paying
Yeah,
attention...
no, we've
to
told
the
him multiple times.
Yeah, if you weren't paying attention, this is all on you.
Okay, so I am again frustrated. I'm upset. Where I have a desire to get home with no problems.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But what are you sending to it? Like, you can have that desire. It doesn't care about your desires. But you can send that if you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, am I supposed to tell it something? I mean,
Yeah.
get the hell out of my way.
Oh, you tell it, get the hell out of the way?
Since I'm like in my dark side, is that what the? I mean,
That's where I'm gonna log Chris. This is dumb.
You guys are so dead. One advantage. That's a hard role to interpret. I'm gonna say that it kind of lashes back at you. This is a big, massive, super force sensitive, super old, super powerful creature that could swallow you easily in a single gulp. And it really doesn't it doesn't give any fucks about your feelings. Also, you've now been meditating for over an hour, holding a connection with this thing just to convey that. So fatigue is going to start setting in soon. So I'm going to give you one more attempt to do something before you're going to lose the connection.
Am I literally the only one that's connected?
Yeah,
I'm the only one that succeeded.
Yes. So they've all rolled several times, and you're the only one who squeaked through. And you squeaked through by taking. So you've shifted your character to the dark side to do this.
Yep.
A dark side entity has been basically torturing the shit out of this thing for a very long time now, and you've connected as a dark side entity. So it's...
And somehow you didn't know what you were supposed to say.
Well, I have no desire to hurt this thing. I have no desire to attack it. I just want to get away from it.
Okay.
I want it to go on its way. I want to go on my way, go separate directions, and just call it a day.
All right.
As a matter of fact, that's what I plan on doing. That's the goal. If I need to be more specific, I will say that is what I am going to do.
It's not about specifics. It can only really read emotions and concept thoughts.
Gotcha. That's why I was trying to explain the concept. Didn't know how else to really do that.
So I'm having a really difficult time because I rolled that check, and you pass with a despair. I'm gonna say that it does want you to leave, and it is trying to go back to its burrow. But because it thinks you might be a servant of the dark side, because you are, it psionically attacks you, basically. It attacks you through the force. And I'm gonna say that despair, what it does is it hits all of your strayed threshold. Like, you're knocked stupid. And you end up passing out until the rest of the players get around to reviving you. Which, since they're meditating, might be a minute. So night is going to fall. You guys are going to wake up from your meditations, and Abcor is going to be slumped over the table like in a puddle of drool.
What's wrong with him? He been drinking?
I didn't give him any
that's what I
extra
should have
macron
done.
herb this go round.
I should have had him on glitter stem or something. Damn it. Oh well.
I left the area. I figured that my presence next to Gar when he tried to meditate was going to make it worse. I swear I didn't give Abcor any glitter stem or any macron herb this go round.
Did any of you successfully connect to the worm?
Wait, that's what you guys are doing?
Yeah. So we connected to the worm earlier, and it sensed this. It told us there was this dark presence in the city, and we were kind of like, we had to get rid of the dark presence because the presence was corrupting it and trying to make it do bad things, like eat the world kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a bit intense, and I didn't realize that the Force was an actual thing.
What do you mean you didn't? Okay, so you just meditated with us for?
You don't just meditate on your own? Oh wait, yeah, it's starting to come together now. It's starting to make sense.
Jam this here stem stick into Bob, or not Bob, Argon.
Alcor.
Yeah.
I can see how we may have been miscommunicating there.
Yeah. Anyway, we wanted to let it know that we took care of the problem, so that
Yeah.
it would let us on our way.
Yeah, so Abcor shoots, he instantly, he almost had an adrenaline shot, shoots awake. Half of his face has been flattened and is all wet and sticky with, spit and shit, and drool. But you're now awake and part of this conversation.
Yeah, so
Whoa! What the hell?
did anybody connect with the worm?
Yeah.
All right, right on. And did you tell it that we took care of the evil dark presence that was trying to control it and causing it a lot of pain? And we're leaving now.
Not exactly. I did tell it we wanted to get the heck out of here. But I'm also switched over to the dark side to do my whole thing, so it recognized me as being bad. And
But you told it we took out the guy that was causing the problems, though, right? That way we can leave.
Yep, I did not.
Why not?
I did not because I am not the guy that was. Anyway, I didn't do it.
Okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we clear to leave, though?
Fuck if I know.
I believe we're good because the thing had a desire to also go to its own cave. It did not want to. It just wanted to be on its own. But it also attacked me psionically, which is where I kind of passed out there, and I think passed out for a bit.
Jeez. All right. So, wherever it's at, it can still maybe put us down from a distance, like it did to you. We can wait it out. How is the ship flyable at the moment?
Yeah, we got the flight system, the navigation, and the power up.
Yep, we are good to fly.
We want to try it out. Let's go ahead and flip some switches.
We don't have guns yet, so don't get us into any fights.
I move towards the pilot seat.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a 2 purple piloting roll if you want to lift off. If you just want to check the systems, you can roll an unopposed roll.
We'll try that first. Just, safety checks first.
Yeah, this hunk of
makes
junk
sense, right?
hasn't run in a while, so take your time.
Planetary pilot.
No, this is a spacecraft.
space piloting. Sorry,
Yes.
I thought we were on the planet.
That's oh my god, dude. We've been playing for 8 years. 8 fucking years.
I
Not gonna
know.
lie, I thought that too. So
If we were in atmosphere, it's
An
planetary piloting.
asteroid falls from the sky and kills the whole party.
I thought that's what it was too, the way it was explained.
No, it's what the vehicle can do, not what you are doing. If the vehicle is a spaceship, it's space piloting. I can't believe I'm having to explain this at this point.
The
I mean,
number of
So many games.
at least look, at least one of us hates space in general. So I got a good excuse.
That's one success, 4 advantage.
That's the liftoff check. Okay, so you're actually taking off. Oh, it exploded. Of course it did.
It's that damn asteroid.
I feel like in the midst of that check, it's like I've never been the pilot. I've always just been a passenger.
This is going to be like in Traveler, where I have to explain every single time the difference between a small craft, a starship, and a capital ship.
Probably.
No, I'm going to start killing players for it. So, all right, you get this thing lifted off. What do you want to do with it? It's pretty well. It can't fly on its proper sublights. It only works on its repulsors. So you are kind of just hovering it above the ground. You could on repulsors get up to like building top level if you really wanted to, but the higher you go, the less control in every other direction you get.
Somebody get on senses. Try to find our friends. We got some buddies around here.
You've got a rendezvous point for the ATTE, and it's been long enough that they're almost certainly there. by now.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay. Just in case that's not there, I'll grab that. And I'll grab these. And I think that's all the valuable shit on this map. You know, rather than build that map out, I'm just gonna say you guys, you know, come out to the forest on the road to get where you need to go, and you come across a camp, and there is an ATTE there. Actually, the only people who are at the ATTE though are the Mandalorians. They've sent everyone else on with the Jawas. And they're just kind of here. Basically, they're just waiting to see if you live. Because they're totally going to take this thing if you didn't show up to the rendezvous. And you show up in a ship. And I'm assuming you want to land this thing next to this ATTE.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys do? You managed to land this thing next to it.
I'm guessing, did Hooks sit in sick bay for a while and he's at least conscious now?
No,
Even though he's
because the player isn't here.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
still backpack mode.
All right.
He's almost recovered, but he's in like a coma.
Hey, you guys want some drinks?
Let's get off the Rusty Dune Lizard and then maybe trade it. Or just give it to the Mandalorians.
Okay. You show up and the Mandos are like, "Oh my God, you lived through it! Did you get the Jumpa worm or the old guy or what? Like I can't remember, like what you guys were going after, other than you were going to go in the city and we didn't really expect you to come back alive."
Yeah, we got done what we needed to get done mostly.
Cool. I mean, this has been a terrible mission. So
Yeah, how'd you guys do?
we got all the civilians to the Jawa rendezvous point, and the Jawas gave them passage back, and then we waited here for you.
So now that we're here, what's your plan?
Honestly, catch a ride back with you guys, and I guess start over. You know, all we got now is the armor on our back.
We got a beat up ship.
I see that. That's an amalgamation of something, but it's flying, which is impressive.
We got lucky.
Luck's half the battle. Rather be lucky than good.
Well,
Well,
why don't we convoy our asses out of here?
We absolutely can. We did hear some stuff on the radio about some rain corps that was rampaging through some of the outskirt towns. I know you guys are big game hunters. Just saying. Sounds like it's right up your alley. That sounds like there's some sort of raiders like riding the rain corps.
Neat.
Yeah.
We'll go kill them. After we take a little short break.
Cool. So you want us to fly the ship?
Yeah.
We can probably make that happen. All right. So we have a map over in the corner. Rather than trying to put people on the model that we already know doesn't work from bad experience, let's put everybody on the actual map over here. You guys can put yourself wherever you are on the ship or on the ATTE. You start marching yourself back. You know, it's a multi-day trip on the ATTE, but the Dune Lizard, you know, is able to just basically coast back quite a bit faster. So they're able to, the Mandalorians are able to take off and go. And you guys are coasting your way back. What's the plan? You gonna head straight back to the city?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. We need to check in.
Okay. So along the way, you're gonna hit Dukes. So let me bring Dukes up. Of course, it lags so hard I can't tell if I pulled up the right map yet. Oh, I did. Okay. You guys get to Dukes? Hey, look, there's Bob that you left with the machine back in the day. He was supposed to take that back to the other place.
It's pre-mustache Bob.
That wasn't the right Bob token. Yeah, it is. That's the right Bob token. So you get back to Dukes. You guys can bypass it or you can stop by. It's completely up to you. It's taking you a couple days to get here, so you all have rested up pretty well.
Oh, so I'd be back at full by now?
Yeah. It takes a few days for you to bring the ATTE back. It's pretty slow.
What about my critical? How would I get rid of that?
Do you need a doctor for that or a back to tank? Or if, you know, Kizik were here, he could try to do a medical check at the difficulty of your critical. But your critical's a 3 purple, and failing it might make it worse.
Roger, roger.
So you guys basically metagame, we have an hour left. And if you guys want to go on a short shenanigans, like a hunt or something, this is your opportunity to do so. Alternately, if you guys want to wrap it up an hour early, I'm down for that. During the next session, we will be dealing with the Rancor and the final of the big bosses on the planet that you have not yet encountered.
That sounds like we need to hunt it.
Sounds like a heal up and then go get the thing.
Well, we're healed up now.
Well, you're not going to do the big bad tonight.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, get rid of our severities and
Yeah.
that kind of concept, and that's what kind of mean. But if we want to hunt or something like that, I'm game. It's entirely up to you guys.
Yep. Just giving you opportunity for a short hunt if you want, because we have an hour left.
If we make it back to the city, can Gar and I get the lightsabers done?
You guys can spend time working on your lightsabers at the workbench. It's not like you can have someone else do it. It's also worth noting that because this was just something you would know natively, they are super illegal. If a stormtrooper sees you with this, the entire garrison will come after you. Like, I wouldn't even show them to Duke. They're super illegal.
Good to know.
It's blaze of glory if you get caught with one.
Right?
Yeah.
Thelma and Louise. Well, I'm up for doing more prep for fighting a Rancor.
Battlefield.
Sounds like Craven wants to play Battlefield.
Okay.
I'm down
Yeah.
for that too.
Rack,
Yeah,
photos.
I'm good with ending the game an hour early.
Okay.
Or ending this session an hour early.
Photos. Any objections? You're the odd man out.
No, I have no objections. So I mean, if that's what we want to do, I'm good with that too.
Okay. So we'll narratively handle most of your prep for the next session. Kizik will be out for next week's Saturday as well, so he will miss the final thing for Dresden as well. And then when we come back for this next time, I will probably start you at the beginning of that hunt, and we'll have a hunt the big bad down and hopefully the big finale all wrapped into one session. That sounds good for everybody.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good here.
All right. And thanks everybody on the stream for stopping by.